Yep, there it is. And we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Hey, Dat fam, it's Tuesday night, so you made it. You made it just in time for some storytelling. Tonight, on Tuesday, we are here with Tales of Ravnica. It is Dragons Things show, our DnD 5e anthology series, following the 10 guilds of the world of Ravnica. And those magic players out there, Ravnica is one of the realms that you can play in the card game. We're not playing with cards, we're playing some D&D in the world of magic. Every week we have a new DM, and we also change around our cast a little bit as well too. Tonight, I am taking the helm as our dungeon master, Adam Khan. And this week, we are going to follow the one and only Izzet Guild, a guild of magic, inventions, warforged partners, and Crag, maybe. We'll see. So grab a drink, yeet those shoes, and sit back and relax while we regale you with another telling of the Tales of Ravnica. But before we actually begin our journey, let us first say hello to the rest of our cast. Adam, ready? Who we got? Bam! We've got 1, 2, missing, and a third. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you your cast of Tales of Ravnica this evening. There's another one, possibly. She's on her way. Yes. She has cast a spell to see that you cannot see her face until she is legit and ready to go. You have all your papers? Good to go? She's doing great. She's doing great, guys. Diana just got home from work, so we are good to go.
Sorry I'm late.
Okay.
Sorry I'm late.
She's sitting down. You can see that red shirt. Then maybe you'll see her face as well, too.
Well, I can see her face. There's a picture and everything.
Everyone has cool costumes.
And a cool She's giving me 2 thumbs up.
No, you don't have time. You don't have time. Where are you going? We're in the middle of a live stream, Diane. All right, we're starting without you. So
She straight up went to get a costume. I mean, to be fair, my entire costume was provided by my wife.
So we've got Josh Henry. We've got Eric Raddick dressed up as, or maybe an Eric Raddick. I can't really tell. Or Crag. Crag might be in costume tonight. There's a Diana Restrepo somewhere around here. And then we also have a Caleb Wall. And now we bring you to your next tale of Ravnica. The Izzet Leagues. The undisputed masters of spellcraft and invention, the Izzet are rabid inventors, fusing elemental magics with technology that power their creations. They are the minds behind advances in travel, magical items of importance, tech weapons, and yes, explosions. Big ones. Yes, even though the League is behind the most beneficial civil works on Ravnica, they also own some of the most spectacular and destructive failures. But let's not talk about that, ladies and gentlemen. What are you doing? Oh, you want one of those? Yeah, you can have one of those. She comes in late now. She's stealing my earpiece.
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Love it.
So we open up. I want you all to picture a golden pillar. And on top of this golden pillar, a crystalline ball. Through the base of this golden pillar, you see this lightning, this lightning bolt. And all of a sudden, this globe sitting on top of this pillar, it starts to light up. And then all of a sudden, boom, we see a face. It's somewhat distorted, but it starts coming into view just a little bit, just a tad. You see a man with blue hair, rocking some really awesome shades, a great hat, and he just smiles at you and he says, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Steve Turnley of the Izzet Leagues Steam channel, and I'm here to show all of you a grand old time this evening because we are celebrating the very last day of the scientific, creative, intellectually efficient, nuanced, creative endeavors ferried around in reality, the Science Fair." And the camera pans back and you see all these people all super hyped and excited cheering because they're ready for some magic and some craziness. And then it pops right back over to Steve Turnley. Hello, hello again, my friends. And I'm bringing you the Final Four. And I would like to introduce you these Final Four whizzes of technology. Here in The science fair, we call them the brains, the bio-ran advanced intellectualists, nuancing scientists, where they are going to share their final inventions of the science fair. And it has come down to these 4 individuals. We have Bajiri. And it shoots over to Bajiri. Boom, close up on Bajiri's face. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I like to make things go boom. That's usually my thing. That's kind of the thing I'm known for.
Oh, yes, making things go boom. And Bajiri, how could we forget? You're a Videlkin from District 101, am I right?
That's exactly right. Yes, I'm a little bit of the black sheep in the family. Or blue sheep, I guess would be more
the blue sheep. Videlkin joke. I absolutely love that. But you were also the very first one that brought us a flawless knockout in the science fair games. When we did the team rate of day 19 with all of your ice weirds and fire proppers. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's exactly right. I did the thing.
Good. Well, we're excited, Bajiri, to see what you have to offer us later on during your presentation.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Then we have the one and only one of the brainiest elves around, Fabian! And the crowd starts going wild. Fabian, tell us a little bit about yourself, my very fly friend.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yes, Fabian. This is where you talk to us for a minute and say hi to your fans.
Oh, I have to talk to you. Hello. I am Fabian. You have probably heard of me.
Well, yes. Well, you were actually the one elf that gave us the standing OMG in the game on day 37. My magic is stronger than yours, and you ended up knocking out a 3-peat champion, Brent Toshido. How do you feel about that?
Well, I just had the mental edge, and I came in with that edge, and I never looked back.
That mental edge. That's what I like about you, Fabian. Always telling it like it is with that mental edge. Thanks, and we'll see you out there, Fabian. Good luck to you. Ladies and gentlemen, our 3rd competitor, I really don't think needs an introduction, but he has become the fan favorite this year, Herbert the Gnome.
Yeah,
Herbert,
yeah.
how you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing great. I'm doing great over here. Yeah.
Doing great. Herbert, are you ready for this final round of yours?
I am so ready. You bigs think you're all that. You bigs think you're better than us. I'm gonna show you all. I am gonna burn this house down. Yeah. Fire. Burn. You're all gonna burn. You're gonna see. I'm gonna win.
And ladies and gentlemen, this coming from Herbert the Elf, who gave us a jaw-dropping performance of his amazing piece of musical art. Fire makes things go boom like my heart. That's right. You know what, Herbert? You are fire and love, my friend. Fire and love. Good luck out there. And ladies and gentlemen, rounding out this final 4, you know her, you love her. She can break you with willpower unbeknownst to anyone else, crush you with her brain muscles, and maybe even hit you in the face with a giant tidal wave. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only most powerful sorceress around, that would be Drift. Drift, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I am fantastic. You look absolutely knockout tonight.
Oh, thanks. This is my cascading hair.
Oh, that cascading hair. I love it. And you know what? I want to give it up props to you as well too, Drift, because as of right now, you are the undefeated champion in the game Blitz, Boom, Crack, and Bam decks. How do you feel about that?
I feel great as always.
Very, very good. Well, you know what? Congratulations to all of you. And let's all get ready for our scientific, creative, intellectually effective, nuanced, creative endeavors ferried around in reality, the science fair.
Yeah.
And as that starts to happen, you see this photo of this man with blue hair, his crazy hat, his glasses. He starts talking more, starts bringing up more inventions that have happened, more giant explosions and failures from other Izzet Leagues scientists and members. And the 4 of you are actually sitting around a table, all watching the Izzet Leagues Steam channel together. All of you know each other. You know of one another. You don't despise each other, but you don't necessarily like each other. So my question is to you, what do you do?
I need stats. My thing is not opening.
Read.
Sorry.
Comments.
He's going to read some comments. And Drift is off again, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, let's read some comments. We're going to take a little comment break. We're going to have our contestants come out and talk to all of you, my friends. And Lucas Martinez coming out of the gate with some Beavis and Butthead.
I will neither confirm nor deny. I can't keep that voice up forever. So I will be talking like this, and then in character I will be doing my voice because it will shred me. But that could be an inspiration. That might be an inspiration for my no.
Nice. I love it. Yeah. What other comments you guys see out there? Drift is back. Drift has awakened. She has turned. She's ready for some more.
I literally couldn't breathe while she was away. No.
So,
Failing all today and
I
work,
saw.
I'm
Sorry, I saw one here. I'll read one really quick. Brian Summers says it's happened. Being cooped up in the house with 2 young kids has finally gotten Eric. He snapped. Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, you look pretty fantastic. What the
Hey,
hell happened to you?
Guys, this is what 40 looks like. This is 40.
Well,
I don't want to be like that.
Yeah, Caleb, Josh, anything you guys want to throw out there?
Well, my phone decided to kick me off of the chat.
Yeah.
Phone.
Crosshair 18, PPK time. Partial party kill.
Gonna try to get out there. We've got a subbing from the Real POTUS resubbing for 27 months in a row. Real POTUS.
Woo!
Awesome. Amazing. 27 months. Holy cow. That's like over 2 years. That's insane. And we also have a new follow from Applesauce Junkie. And over the last 24 hours, we also got W. Beckerman and Zarin Wolfclaw coming in strong with some follows as well.
Thank you so much.
And ladies and gentlemen, are you all ready for the science fair?
My stuff's not opening up.
Did you print it off?
No.
No, it did not print off.
I only print off the other ones. I didn't realize
It's okay.
there was another one.
So here's what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen. You are all sitting around this table. You're watching yourselves up on this TV screen, and Steve Turnley from the Izzet Leagues Steam channel pumping it up because everybody is excited for the final day of this giant event, the science fair. What do you guys do?
I'm going to grab myself a refreshment.
Okay. All right. There is actually a refrigerator right behind you. You can open it up and you can essentially ask for anything that you want. You are part of the Izzet League.
I would like something with bubbles. I like bubbles.
Cool.
It reminds me of when things go boom.
You stick a cup underneath there and it actually starts shooting out a bubble mixture, and all these bubbles are coming out. So now you have a cup filled with bubble liquid.
I'm sitting on a chair, just furthering my knowledge more with a book. Really focused on what's in the book, and really don't care about what everyone else is doing.
What is your book about?
It's about neuroscience.
Neuroscience.
The brain of Vidalkins, mostly.
Excellent. All right.
We're an interesting breed. Yes, we're very interesting.
How about Herbert? What's Herbert over there doing?
So at this point, I feel like they would probably have surrounded him with things that are non-flammable, because he has been literally trying to burn the house down. Like, he just spends most of the time, he's using fire spells and always just trying to light stuff on fire. And he's become a nuisance. I think they have to have a team following him around and putting things out, and everything's charred around him. And he's just...
And I'm a terrible influence because I agree with you. You and I get along great.
Excellent. How about Drift?
I would be behind Herbert, kind of just casting water on top of all his destruction and putting it out for him.
Putting it out for him. Excellent. So you guys are sitting at the table with each other. So you guys are basically around each other, but you're not acknowledging one another, right? Herbert wants to burn stuff. She's just making Herbert's life miserable.
I've got my fizzy drink. I'm good.
So he's drinking some bubble juice, fizzy drink. And then we've got Fabian just kind of chilling in his book. Excellent. So why
I
you guys are
tried
all...
to say hi to Fabian, but he smacked me across the hand and broke my 6th finger. That was 5 years ago. I haven't said hi since.
Was that on the right hand or the left hand?
on the right hand.
Ooh, is that your predominant hand?
Yes.
You
it
roll at
set me back.
disadvantage for the rest of the show, Josh. No,
I will reach through the computer and smack you in the
I
back.
won't be that mean. Yet.
It was 5 years ago. I said that. It's healed since then.
So as you're all sitting there, basically
Canon.
minding your own business amongst your colleagues that you're going to be competing against, this woman walks up to you. You know her. Her name is Prim Stali. She goes back and forth a lot of the times, getting the next contestants, making sure everybody's ready to go. She's essentially, think of her like the assistant director of this entire operation. She is the right-hand man she is not the right-hand man, she's the right-hand lady of the man who is the Grand Magus, who has this whole science fair going on, and she comes walking up to you. She is a Vidalcan as well, too. She's wearing gold and white robes. She's got a circlet of white stones sitting on her forehead. And she looks at all of you, and she walks over. She goes, "Oh, hello, my final four. Are you all ready to perform your final task? I'm quite impressed and quite excited to see what you all have ready for this evening."
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
yes,
very excited. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to demonstrate.
Oh, excellent. Yes, what about you, Lady Drift?
I guess so. Let's just go on with it.
Oh, good. Yes. Make sure that you definitely hydrate. That is going to be very important for you, especially.
I have fizzy drinks.
Fabian, are you ready? Start snapping her fingers. Fabian, yes, please pay attention. Are you ready to go?
Oh, is it time to go?
Yes, it is time to go. Are you ready?
Oh, I believe so.
Okay, excellent. Well, please gather up your things, gather up your packages or whatever that you need, and I shall take you backstage, and all of you will go out one at a time, and you're going to perform your final invention for everyone. So Prima, she starts walking you down a couple hallways to some doors, and as you start getting closer to the stage, you just start hearing this crowd going crazy. Fabian, woo, I want to see Dread. Woo, Herbert, the coolest gnome in the world! Just tons of cheering, but you guys are all in these back hallways, and you come to the stage door. Prima takes you to the door, and you're now standing off stage, and she's going to look at you, and she goes, "All right, time to see who's ready to go first. Everybody, roll me a D20, please."
Do we add anything to
Nope,
it?
straight up D20.
18.
So
18.
Herbert has an 18.
I rolled a gentleman's 8.
A gentleman's 8 from Bajiri. Drift.
3.
Drift got a 3. And what'd you get, Fabian?
14.
13?
14.
14. All right. All right. So, looks like, Herbert, you are going to be demonstrating first, followed by Fabian. Bajiri, and then Drift, you are going to finish out the top 4. Are you all ready? Are you all excited? Excellent.
Yes, ready.
Very excited.
Herbert, you have to listen. Now just wait. I'm going to go on stage, tell them all you're ready. They're going to explain the rules of this competition. Then you can walk out on stage, and when the Grand Magus tells you it's time to perform, you can do that. Do you understand, Herbert?
Yeah. Burn it down. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. This is your opportunity. If it's burning it down, whatever it is, Herbert, have fun with it, okay? All right. I will see all of you shortly. And Prima takes her leave. The lights start going down. So we're in a blackout stage. And then all of a sudden you hear this big booming voice, and especially all of you being very intellectual, you know that this spell is being caused by thaumaturgy, making this voice get even bigger. And it is the voice.
It's a nice touch.
Yes, it is the voice of the Grand Magus himself, Grand Magus Stosin. And you hear him say, "Oh, hello! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final 4 of the science fair. I hope all of you are as ecstatic as I am. Now, the way that it's going to work, my final 4 brains, as we like to call all of you. For those of you that don't remember, brains is the Bio-Ran advanced intellectual nuancing scientist. You are all going to come up and demonstrate, all right, your presentation. You're going to be judged on 3 different things, okay? Your presentation, the construction of your device, if it is a device that you have created, and your demonstration. And I'm then going to leave it up to Miss Prima to tell you the rest of the rules. A light comes up on center stage, and you see Prima standing in the center. And she tells everyone, now, the way this is going to work, and as she starts describing it, for my players and for the audience out there, here's how this science fair final presentation is going to work. It's going to come in 3 rounds. Round number 1, you are going to make a presentation check. You get to use either deception, intimidation, or persuasion to do your talking for you. As of right now, give me 20, 30 seconds of what you are presenting, this invention that you have created. Now, you also get to use 2 other skills of your choice that are any skills having to do with intelligence or wisdom. If you, for example, you have something that deals with magic and nature, you can say, cool, I want to use these 2 skill checks while I'm talking to try to help me in my presentation. You will roll a check for both of those 2 skills. If you pass the DC for that check, I will give you an additional +1 or +2 on top of your presentation check, which will be your 3rd roll. Part number 2 is going to be the construction of your item. You're going to talk about what you do, how you put it together. I'm excited to hear what you guys have planned, to tell me. All it's going to be, you're going to explain it, 15, 20 seconds if you can. If you go over with any of this stuff, totally fine. It's either going to be a will save or an intelligence save. That's it. You can pick whichever one is higher. That is going to be your phase 2 construction. Phase 3 is going to be your demonstration. All you have to do, you can say, I need a volunteer. You can have a dummy out there with you. You're just going to rail a straight up performance check and beat the DC. I'm going to take all these numbers combined at the very end, and whoever wins, whoever has the highest number, best checks, is going to win the science fair. And then it's back to Prima. She goes, all right, are my contestants ready to go?
Yeah.
Herbert, you are up first. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready. I'm ready. Yeah.
Excellent. So
Break
I
a
leave it
leg
up
of it.
to you, and Prima bows, puts out her arms, and she exits stage right.
You were in my square.
My apologies, you're technically in my square.
So Herbert gets to march on stage now.
Yep, Herbert is marching on stage.
Kind of
How
walks
the hell
out
did you
there.
make yourself so small?
Wait, what?
You look so small.
It's a trick right now. Rady has a special editing equipment.
He has a
Called
filter.
forced perspective, Diane.
He has a
They
gnome.
used it in Lord of the Rings.
Rady's got a gnome filter on right now.
You're
So
funny.
I walk out there,
Okay.
and
All right. So your round 1, your presentation. You can tell me what 2 skills you want to use. Roll to see if you pass those checks.
okay. Do I do my thing first and then tell you what I'm using and rolling, or roll
Yes.
first?
Nope. Go ahead. Start talking first. Go for your roll, and then we'll go through your rolls and stuff.
So
Herbert.
everyone, you know my name. I'm Herbert. You know me. I love fire. Yeah, I'm the gnome who loves fire. All my life I've been made fun of. You all you bigs think you're better than me. When I was a young gnome growing up, I get made fun of a lot. Because sometimes one of my eyebrows is bigger than the other. I can't help that. That's something that just happens. You're born that way, okay? And it's not fun to make fun of the way people walk either. I might waddle like a duck, but so what? That's the way I walk. I'm gonna show all you bigs right now who the real deal is. Great things come in small packages. So I have created something. The most incredible thing. I sold my soul to the devil, or a devil, or something to create this. And I call it the Whizbanger.
I like the name.
Now, all of you bullies out there, the bully makes fun of you, and yeah, they think it's real funny. So yeah, it's so funny. Oh, that was such a good joke. Oh yeah. Oh, look at you. You look like a penguin when you walk about. You're so funny. Oh God. Oh, you're so funny. So you have the Whizbanger in your hand. It's a ring. See, you wear this ring. You're wearing a ring. And you go up and you go, oh, that was a great joke, pal. Oh yeah, so funny. And then you shake the bully's hand, and poof, it disintegrates into nothing. It burns away into ash.
The person burns away into ash, or the bully?
Disintegrate. Do I hear that?
Yeah,
do I hear that?
Yes, you do. I'm going to say you hear that. Well, actually, here, you're so into it, roll a perception check. Let's see if you do hear it.
I rolled an 8.
An 8. No, you are in your zone right now, Herbert. You
I'm in
do
the
not
zone.
hear her talking.
So I'm ranting and raving on stage.
Okay, perfect.
So now I'm going to use intimidation.
Okay.
And I got a 24.
So, Eric, really quick, before you go on, ladies and gentlemen, we are being rated by Scabby Rooster. Scabby Rooster, welcome. You're in some Tales of Ravnica. You are just in time for the Science Fair, the scientific, creative, intellectually efficient, nuanced, creative endeavors ferried around in reality Science Fair of the Izzet League Tales of Ravnica. And we've got Herbert telling us.
Adam, I dare you to say that 3 times fast.
I will try that later. I'm sorry.
Oh, real quick, Adam. By the way, it is not applesauce, not applesauce junkie, but it is applause junkie.
Applause junkie. I apologize for that.
2 very different things.
I'm very sorry. I'm sorry, applause junkie. All right, Herbert, go ahead. So, what were the 2 skills that you were using in your talk?
So intimidation, because I'm pretty effing pissed. And that was a 24. That was 24 in intimidation.
Okay. And what other 2 skills were you wanting to use in that?
Arcana.
Okay.
And did you say wisdom was one of them?
No, any intelligence or wisdom-based skill. So it can be, yeah. So we were saying Arcana. You were talking a lot. You could even do something like Insight because you were really angry about him. So give me an Arcana and an Insight check. And I'll let you know if those are going to pass.
My Arcana is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Your Arcana's giving you a +1 to your intimidation.
And my Insight, not so good, is 7.
7 is not going to cut it. So what you rolled for intimidation, go ahead and give yourself a +1 for your presentation. So what is that final number for you then, Herbert? What you rolled for intimidation +1?
25.
25 total. Excellent. Excellent. You then hear the Grand Magus come over the top. Oh, how wonderful. And now could you please, I'm very curious. You said that it disintegrates someone, correct, Herbert?
Yeah. Go on, poof.
So what is the construction? Well, how did you construct this invention of yours?
So what I did is I was real mad. I was there, and I had this ring. I had this really nice ring, and I just sold my soul to the devil, and he helped me put the power, all of the power in this ring, and he told me it would disintegrate anyone.
The devil precognitive dissertationalism. Oh, I love it. I've never actually thought of anything such as that before. Excellent. So Herbert, give me, so this is part of your construction. Give me either a will or an intelligence save for me. Add your bonus to it and just give me the number, please.
What, you want a will save, you said?
Will save or an intelligence save, whichever one you want to use, because I'm making sure that you understand the construction that you have taken into this item. Whichever one's higher, you can pick whichever one.
Yeah. Where is my saves? Sorry. I'm navigating.
Herbert.
You know what? 21.
21. Ooh, 21. Very good. All right. So then from there, the Grand Magus. Oh, so Herbert, would you like to demonstrate it? Yes.
Yeah.
How about this? I will send you out. Excellent surprise. And right in front of you, Herbert, on the stage, the ground opens up, and chained to this pole, you see this very ghastly creature. It looks like just living flesh, and it's just like looking at you like, Herbert, please go ahead and demonstrate your device for me, please.
No. I want to shake Fabian's hand. I want Fabian or Drift to come up on stage. No. I've seen the way Fabian's been looking at my eyebrow.
It can't be one of the other performances, Herbert. It has to be this creature here, or you're automatically disqualified. You cannot hurt the other contestants. You should know better. We've told you this multiple times.
Herbert, I want to see the boom, Herbert. I want to see the boom.
Yes, okay, Herbert. Let us see it happen. Go ahead and touch that creature for me, please.
Okay, so I go up there.
And you're going to do a performance check. straight up. If you have anything in performance, go ahead and add it. It's going to be a D20 plus your performance.
Woo! That was good. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
You touch this creature and then you just see it. The flesh that was remaining, like the one eyeball, had the bones, everything just disintegrates down into dust. And you just hear the crowd starts going wild. They're just like, Herbert the Destructor Gnome, Herbert the Destructor Gnome. Ah, yeah. Oh, Herbert, that was absolutely fantastic. Oh, bravo. I'm so happy for you. Oh, so please, Herbert, go ahead and exit stage right. And Prima will be there to escort you.
Here, give me a shake.
No more.
Give me a shake.
And actually, before you go to shake her hand, your contraption actually disappears because there is there's a magical aura in this room, not allowing you to actually hurt anybody else, especially Herbert. So grabs Herbert by the shoulders and starts walking him off stage.
My soul.
Prima then walks up and like, no, please just get him back in the room, please. Thank you. Next, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you. Oh my goodness, he's just so amazing. He gets me all giddy and excited. It is Fabian, and you just hear this giant crowd of happiness.
When Herbert comes backstage, do I get a chance to talk to him before Fabian goes on stage?
I'll give you a quick second if you want to. Yes, you can pull him quickly off to the side while the cheer is happening. You see, he's like prepping, ready to go out.
No, I wanted to talk to Herbert as he came backstage.
Oh, we're gonna talk to Herbert. Yes. While Caleb is walking out on stage, you can talk to Herbert really quick.
Herbert, that was so good. That was so good. It was such a good explosion. I loved it. The disintegration was wonderful.
Thank you. I wish it was Fabian. I wish it was Fabian or Drift or one of them.
I do too. Can't stand it. Can't stand
I
it.
can hear you. That is really rude.
Drift, we weren't talking to you, but
You said my name, so I respond, you idiot.
Yeah,
we weren't talking to you. That's not how this.
Okay.
This is an A-B conversation. So why don't you see yourself out?
Okay.
And as you guys start talking, the roar just gets bigger, and you just hear Fabian. Fabian struts out on stage, and Fabian, it is now your turn to present. So go ahead. Start your presentation. You've got that deception, intimidation, or persuasion. Explain to everybody what you've made today. Go ahead.
So before I even talk, I walk out there and take the most pregnant pause you've ever seen. Just. Have you ever had just an awful smell ruin your day? Or that a meal wasn't up to your standards? No more of that. Today I bring you an invention that'll make sure that never happens again. And I reach into my pocket, real obviously, my front pocket, and I pull out this little bean, little tiny silver bean. This is the non-pod. Neural oral manipulator. If you're walking by a gross, disgusting group of Rakdos as you're walking in the street and they don't like to bathe much, they're too busy partying, you can just, and I stick them both in my nose. No worries. See, with the aerodynamic dynamic, it does not block your breathing, but just changing the scent that goes up to your neurological mind. And takes it whatever you want it to be. Right now, I'm smelling hue flowers, a whole field of them.
You've been able to manipulate someone's neurological smelly devices?
That's correct. And then I pull out this nasty ass fruit. It's just decayed. I'm still even holding it and doing it.
Oh, a clumdither. Oh, clumdithers are disgusting.
I can smell it from back here, yes.
I take a huge bite of it.
Oh, and the crowd is just like, oh It's disgusting.
And I'm like wincing because it's disgusting. I throw it into the crowd, and then I pop one of these. I make a show of it. I like drop it.
And then the clapping just starts, and it just keeps going. It keeps going. Ooh, ooh. So what skills were you using?
Roll performance and medicine.
Medicine. Okay.
Performance
Performance is a charisma. It's actually 2 wisdom or intelligence-based skills. Performance is going to be on the demonstration that you actually did.
I'll do medicine and arcana.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Roll those. See if you pass the check.
Medicine, 11 on medicine.
11 is not going to do it. Now, for those of you guys tuning in to let everybody else know, if you're watching Tales of Ravnica, these guys are level 13, so things are going to be difficult for them today.
Oh.
What's that roll?
Second one's a 24.
24. That one is going to pass the DC. So now with your presentation, go ahead and give me either a deception, intimidation, or a persuasion check. Probably whichever one you feel like was working the best for you, and then you're going to go ahead and add a +1 to that as well too to get your presentation score.
I'm gonna do a persuasion.
Okay.
Ooh, 23.
23. Is that with your +1?
What's my +1?
Your +1 because you one of your skill checks that you used to help you with your presentation, you passed the DC for that one. So that's going to bump up your presentation score by 1. So that's a 23 or 24?
23.
23.
Add the +1.
Okay. Now you actually did the demonstration as well too. So go ahead and roll me a performance check. Just straight up performance.
19 on the die.
Okay.
So 22.
22. Excellent. All right. You're gonna hear the Grand Magus come over you just hear his voice like, oh, that was marvelous. Now, can you actually tell me what are these pills constructed of?
They're aloe avo. It's a rare substance found in the Selesnya conclave, but I made some acquaintances and have a vast supply of it now.
Oh, excellent. So how do you condense it? Do you actually melt it into something, into a capsule? How is it actually put into the capsule itself?
Melt it down to the capsule itself. And then with a log of 299 cents, one can fill it with either a scent or a taste of their choice.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Give me either a will or an intelligence save. D20 plus your bonus, whatever it is. See if you
Saving
pass.
throw?
What's up?
Saving throw?
Yeah. So either a will save or an intelligence save. Add your bonus.
Intelligence.
Okay.
Ooh. That's a 19.
That is going to be a 19 total. Excellent. Well, you hear the clapping from the Grand Magus and just the rest of the crowd. It's Fabian, we love you. Prima walks back out. Oh yes, Fabian, congratulations. Please go back into the room and you can wait with Herbert. You did a fantastic job. Oh, I adore you. You are just so adorable. She just starts waving her hand and she calls you off. Oh, darling.
I begin to walk backstage, and then out of nowhere, I just turn around and I chunk the bag of these things I had into the crowd.
And the crowd just loses their mind. It starts going crazy, and you just see people just shoving these things up their nostrils, and they're smelling things. Excellent. So walking backstage, Herbert, they have escorted you back into the back room where Fabian is on his way. Drift and Bajiri, you are both still backstage. You can say something to Fabian as he goes past, if you would like to.
I want to lean. Can I lean to Bergeri? Am I with him? Am I back there?
No, they actually, because you're trying to cause so much mayhem, they already took you back to the room. But Fabian will be joining you soon. Anything you guys want to say to Fabian?
That was something. It didn't make a big enough boom for my taste, but it was something. It was okay.
Yeah, that was.
Sorry,
good.
I didn't.
Sorry.
Yes, that's pretty cool. Yes.
I'm not very showy. How about that?
And
Okay.
as the cheers for Fabian starts dying down, you hear Primo be like, next it is going to be the tall, as I call him, the big tall blue man, Bajiri! She motions, Bajiri starts walking off. Fabian, they're going to start escorting you back stage, so you will be with, at least in another minute or two, you will be with Herbert as well too. So then if you guys want to discuss in just a minute, but Bajiri, it is now your time to shine on stage. And spotlight comes up on you, and now it is Bajiri.
It's very exciting. Yeah. There's lots of light. I like light. Light's my favorite.
You just hear Primo off stage. Bajiri, it is time for you to present now.
Oh, yes.
It's the crowd's for you, Bajiri! She says it again. Everybody starts clapping, and like all these streamers come flying down on stage.
Streamers. They're almost as good as fireworks. You see, when I was a young Vidalkin, you see, my father liked things to be very rigid. Things had their one place they had to be. Everything was order, order, order. I didn't care for that. You see, when I was a boy, I saw a firework for the first time. And it changed my life entirely. I developed this strange twitch that I have, but it's fine. It's fine. It helps, actually. So, what I've decided to take all the things I love about fireworks and all the things I love about cuddly pets and put them together. I have what I call the indestructible explosive guard dog.
Oh, inexplosible guard dog. Oh, that's incredibly amazing. What did it do? Please tell us.
Well, you see, when you first get it, it looks something like this.
Oh, it's so adorable. Oh, Kaplupple. I love Kaplupple. Sweetie.
Yes, it's so wonderful. But this is the ingenious part, you see. Because when your enemies come over, they see this unsuspecting little doggy. And then, of course, what they don't know is it's actually an explosive device.
Oh, it's alive and exploding, is it? Interesting.
Yeah, but the beauty of it is...
Daisy licking you like, Daddy, don't explode me.
It's all for dramatic effect, Daisy. You're fine.
So, the genius of it is, you invite someone to your home. Yes, like, oh no, we'll totally bury the hatchet. It will be fine. And then, when they start to warm up to your dog, it comes up and curls them, and then it goes.
Oh. Animal digestive transference. I absolutely love that idea.
But
excellent.
This is the geniusness of it.
Okay.
You see, because after it's blown up and your enemies are gone, it reassembles back into your pet.
Back to puppy convergence. I like that. All right, go ahead and roll that presentation check. What two skills are you using for that?
I'm going to be using Arcana.
Okay.
And I'm going to be using Insight.
Insight, excellent. Go ahead, roll both of those. I'll tell you if it passes the check.
Ooh, well, Arcana is going to be a 28.
Yep, that won't pass. Okay, so that's definitely a +1. Roll your other check as well too, see if you get an additional +1 to your presentation.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, so I said Insight, right?
Yes.
Wisdom +4, so that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 is going to pass. Excellent. So go ahead and roll that presentation check. Either what you were using, deception, intimidation, or persuasion, and give yourself a +2 to that as well because you passed both of those skill checks.
All right, I'm going to use persuasion.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so good. This is the best I've ever rolled, Adam.
Okay.
High level.
I don't want this night to end. All right, that's another. So that's a 22 then.
A 22. That's with your +2 bonus?
That's with my +2 bonus. Yeah.
Excellent. Awesome. Okay. Good. Oh, well, what is this puppy made out of? How did you construct it?
Yeah, you see, obviously I had to get a lot of fur. So, unfortunately, the Dalkins, we don't really grow hair.
Pretend I don't have a beard, audience.
Okay,
Use your
pretending.
suspension of disbelief.
No
This is
beard.
Josh's character.
Someone cast optical illusion. You no longer have a beard.
You see, us Dalkins don't have a beard. We don't really grow facial hair. So, of course, I had to go. I found a Rakdos dog.
Mm.
It might have been a goblin. I'm not 100% sure. But I got the Rakdos thing, I shaved it, and I used that for the fur. That's why it's the strange brown color, you see. Now, after that, I decided to construct it out of an alloy, you see. And of course, I thought normal steel, normal metal wouldn't cut it, so I had to come up with an entirely new metal I call Daisanium. And this Daisanium is fantastic because when it blows up, it gets very hot and it shreds through everything. But then, of course, it cools down immediately and comes back together after about 5 seconds.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll that wisdom intelligence check, whichever one's going to be higher for you.
Oh, intelligence. This is a save, right?
Yep, this is a straight up save. Just making sure you know what you're talking about.
Well, thank God my saves are so high, because that's a 17.
17. Alrighty.
First bad roll of the night. It's because I jinxed it. It's my
Okay. And then you hear, oh yes, oh, a demonstration, yes, let's have another one. And then just like it did with Herbert, that stage door opens up, and this time instead of like this undead-looking creature, you see it looks more like this blob of like slime, but it's got like branches in it. It's got like one giant eyeball floating around in it. The eyeball just kind of looks at you, and you just hear, okay, let us see the boomy.
Okay. Daisy. Go get it. I call it Daisy for short because it's made of Daisanium.
Excellent. It runs
Okay.
over and
So
flows.
performance?
Yep, straight up performance check.
Ooh, come on.
16.
16. Excellent. So it explodes over next to the blob. The blob like kind of pieces go flying off, but it's still kind of there. And then the Daisy dog comes back, and everybody just goes, "That was amazing!" But you hear some people going, "Animal cruelty is a thing," and someone's like, "Shut up! Get him out of here!" Be like, "No fighting him! Stop it!" All right, and it's just like, "No, it's not animal cruelty because it's alive. You're absolutely correct." Whoa! But Jerry's amazing! Woo, 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 woo! And Prima walks back on stage. Oh, but Jerry, that was absolutely amazing. Please make your way to the back. And then as soon as she is done prepping and ready to go, please send Drift on her way. Jerry, now during that performance, Fabian, you made it back into the back room with Herbert. If you guys want to talk about anything.
Was Herbert booing at me, or was he booing at
Probably the two of you. I'm not entirely sure because I think he's farther away from you. Yeah, are you guys talking? Or are you guys just staring at one another? You guys are in the room. Anything?
Did you? I'm in the room with Drift.
You're in the room with Fabian. You guys are back in the room that you guys were in before.
I'm not even
off stage.
I'm not even paying attention to him. I was booing the announcement of Drift. I was very happy to see the boom that came out of that. That made me excited. But yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Excellent. So Bajiri is walking back to the room, and Drift, he's going past you. Anything to say to him?
Good job.
Thank you. Yes.
Kind of have the same idea, except mine's a little different.
Well, I'm sure we'll let the judges see whose is better. It's fine. But still.
Okay, yeah, probably.
You're gonna do great. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great.
Thanks. And I high five him.
But Bajiri,
It's actually a high. For me, it's a high 6. I have an extra finger.
Okay, high 6.
I'm a Philadelphia.
So you're being led back into the room, and Prima makes the announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Drift. And you especially hear a lot of guys. Yeah. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Whoa, Mary.
He's mediocre at best. Who said that?
And the spotlight is now on you, Drift.
All right, so my happiness was taken away from me when I was younger by an evil sorcerer. And my parents thought the best that my happiness was gone, so therefore my face doesn't move. So I thought, why not create a party in a box, make me happy or anyone else happy? So she lugs this suitcase, puts it on the table, unlocks it. All right, so let's say you have friends over, or you're like me and you don't smile and don't have happiness. Sorry, guys, sorry, okay? You don't have happiness and you want to be happy.
Talking to my mic, by the way.
So, so all you have to do is think happy thoughts. Just kidding, not really. Just, just think about the party and press these buttons here and boom, you got yourself a party. Stuff shoots out, glitter blasts everywhere, rockets, fireworks, costumes, yeah, anything you want. You imagine it, you put it in and project it in there, you tell it what you want, and it all shows up for the next hour. And then after the hour is done, it ticks down and then it's gone. I'm done.
All right, roll. What two skills were you using?
Oh man, my intelligence and will sucks. So.
It's all right. Gonna make it fun. Well, which one's he using?
Okay. So which one? Can you use? You said performance.
No, this is going. So the two skills you can have, these skills that you're using right now, to find out if you're incorporating these skills. So any intelligence or wisdom-based skills that's going to go into your performance.
That's like nothing.
That's it. Everybody else has done that.
Okay. So I'll do Arcana because it's magical.
Okay, so Arcana.
Yeah, 6. 6. Can you hear it, guys?
not getting a buff. What's the other skill that you were using as well too? There's our F-bomb, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
Drift with the F-bomb.
Hey, I can use religion. Which one? Intimidation? Insight.
There you go. That's
Okay.
a high one.
Sorry.
You'll get it right one of these days.
I don't know why it's so quiet.
Religion after using enough spell to roll.
Can we switch ears? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Fourth wall. You're breaking
It's not like I'm whispering. Adam has a loud voice. Here we go. Can you hear me better? I'm so sorry, everyone. I hope you heard my presentation at least. All right. So here we go. Okay. 16 plus my 8.
24. So that is going to pass. So now roll your either perception, intimidation, or deception, and give yourself a +1 to that.
Wait, the DAT network is saying they didn't hear my presentation. Did you guys hear it at all? Let me know if you guys heard it. I can kind of just do a quick.
Can you guys hear Diana? Can you guys hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
You guys can hear us. Can the chat hear us? Can you guys hear us? Chat?
Lucas? Yep, okay.
Yep, we got
okay.
it. Yep.
Okay. No.
I heard your presentation and it stunk.
Whatever. You're not. Okay, what, you want me to roll?
Deception,
I need those
intimidation, or
nose
persuasion.
pods. I need those nose pods. It stinks.
Which one you want? Deception, persuasion, or intimidation?
Good one.
Well, they're all 5, so let's just do persuasion.
Okay. You give yourself a +1 to this as well, too.
Oh my God, 9 plus 5 plus
14,
1.
15. That's going to be a 15. Okay. Then you're going to hear that voice. Oh, please tell me what your party in a box. How you constructed that, please, Drift.
So you get a box.
Okay.
And I had to make these magical keys and the sensor for your finger.
Finger sensoropoulos with keys. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, so it's built in right there. And then I had to color it with some paint.
You painted your own contraption. I love that. That's very ingenious.
Yeah, so I
of you.
painted my buttons and then
I'm sorry, you painted your what? You cut out. I heard you painted your
my button.
But I only heard tongue.
Yeah, butt.
I only heard I painted my
She said butt. She said butt.
She said butt.
Guys. Okay. And then, so you see here, then you put in all this magic, and only magic users can put it in the box first. So you put all the magic you need, like the fireworks, and the glitter and your costumes.
Oh,
Oh.
glutronomics. I know
Yes,
exactly what you're talking about.
yes, sorry, I
Glutronomics.
tend to forget these things because, my happiness kind of fell out of me and I lost some of my memory. So I put it all in the box and you just kind of make a huge concoction and you hope it works for the best.
Cool. Either give me a wisdom or an intelligence save.
They both suck.
Whichever one you're going to use.
Okay, wisdom. 14 plus 3, 17.
17 for construction. And then you're going to all right, I would like a demonstration, please, to show us the party in a box.
Okay, so I flip the box towards so that it's open towards the audience. And then I come around and I kind of smile and then kind of lean over because I know the guys love me. And then, and then
you're all a bunch of perverts. Go ahead.
I kind of put my fingers on the keys and again I use my focus and I think about the party that I want and I want a graduation party. So then I click over here, the whole thing contraption starts to circle and move and then all of a sudden like it just projects out, everything starts flying out, the clothes automatically get on me, I have my graduation cap and everything, and then all the glitter and all the streamers go into the audience and then also graduation caps go flying everywhere and diplomas. See, I did it. Isn't that great, guys? Thanks, guys. Yeah. So that's a graduation party. I mean, I can do other parties if you put your mind to it, but this I thought was great.
I mean, it's no exploding dog or exploding ring, but it's fine.
And 14 plus my 5, 19.
19, excellent. And the crowd, especially the guys, like, yeah! Now that this crowd too, I mean, this thing is just booming. You guys are actually in an arena, and everybody watches the science fair as well too, because it's very big over on the Izzet Leagues Steam channel. And Primo walks out, oh, that was marvelous. Please go back into the room with everyone else while the judges tally your votes, and we shall have a winner here in just a moment.
I make sure to like bow and have my chest out, and then I just kind of fix my hair. Bye, guys, and then I walk away.
Everybody just starts clapping. As you're making your way, Diana, to
it's not Diana, it's
Drift. As you're making your way to the back, let's go ahead and let's tune in with our fans a little bit. Hop on out here and say hi to everybody again, really quick. Let's see what everybody out there is saying. Lucas Martinez is saying, getting a slight Courtney Love vibes from Diana.
Okay, that's not bad, I guess. That's not bad.
Scott Denuza says, hope there's no shotgun.
In the party.
Sorry, guys, about the volume. I see that. I'm really
Lucas Martinez says, a Saint Bernard with a little keg of gunpowder around the neck. I made myself sad with that one.
I mean, hey, to be fair, the dog does reassemble itself.
I like Brian Summers' comment. I know Eric. Now that we have given him the challenge, he will keep it all 3 hours, even though he has to staple it to his face.
Did you think I was taking the beard off? It's coming loose here because I had it
up close at your ensemble.
Hey, you want to know what my beard is made out of? It's made out of
I can't really went all out. That's great.
What does it call it? It's because I don't wife beater is not
tank
the
top.
Proper nomenclature.
Man tank top.
Undershirt. You can just say undershirt.
Undershirt. So this might be one of the best uses of an undershirt that I've come up. This undershirt died.
Ever. We got to film this in season 4 of Phantom.
That's fantastic. Oh,
Is male blouse term?
We also got another follower, Aquilus Jr.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for following.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jumping in with the crazy
Hope
with
you
us.
guys are having fun.
I hope you guys are having fun. You guys are doing fantastic. So let's hop back into it. All of you are now back in this room together. What you guys doing? What you guys saying? Anything?
I am just so disgusted with so there was one other good demonstration.
I agree with you.
Yeah, you two guys are terrible. You know, it stunk so bad. I need some of those pods to put in my nose. Both of you stink. What are you birthday party box and nose plugs?
I'm not a guy.
I mean,
you're just grumpy like me.
I mean, Herbert, we can both agree it's between the two of us, right? I mean, we were the only ones that had any booms going on here.
Right.
Yes.
Excuse me. Did you see how that crowd? Even if I
they react because you're beautiful. That's why they react.
Whatever sells them.
It's true. That's true.
Last time I checked, this was the science fair, not the I look really cool fair. So,
Wow.
you know.
Wow. Way to like
To
dismiss
do
that.
both the cool and science.
What
So
science? What science? You have the same scientific prowess of a candle. People can just light a candle and get rid of the smell.
Yeah.
So-
I'll just candle.
Yeah. What do I do? Oh, I just had a dog that blew itself up and then reassembled itself. That's everyday action. Yeah.
So it's about this time Prima walks back in and she goes, "Oh, okay. Are you all full ready? They've picked their winner. Everybody, please follow me back to on stage."
Okay.
Yeah, you guys go back down through the doors, through the hallways. Primo leads you back on stage, and the crowd is just going crazy. Everybody's cheering for Bajiri, and everybody's going crazy for Herbert. You see the sign saying, "Oh, love you, Drift. Love you, Drift. Blow us a kiss. Blow us a kiss." Oh, she's showing off her feathers, and people are screaming for Fabian, and it's pandemonium and craziness right now. And you hear over the speaker, you just hear the voice of the Grand Magus. "Ladies and gentlemen, from this bi-year-long group of the Science Fair, aka Scientific, Creative, Intellectually Efficient, Nuanced, Creative Endeavors Varied Around in Reality,
Jeez.
I want to tell all of you we have proposed a winner. Now, the winner this year, and the winner every year of the bi-year-long Science Fair, you get your creation is going to be patented for the next year, up for distribution all across Ravnica. It will be sent to District 10, our main district, but here in District 97, we're very far away from it, but it will be shipped everywhere all over Ravnica, and you are also going to get a warforged 5000. And as he says that, in the middle, that door opens up and that platform raises up, and you see this very cool, very slick looking robotic being standing there, and just these lightning tech nodes are blasting all over his body, and like his joints aren't even actually there, they're like held together through electricity. And then his eyes open up, and you see him, and he opens his eyes and goes, "Yes, I am 5000. Thank you all so much. I have my own echo. It is quite amazing. Thank you." And he bows. "Ladies and gentlemen, may I have an applause or a drum roll?" No, everyone cast drum roll for me. And for big people that are big lovers of the science fair, everybody who is an Izzet member has a cantrip that was created from the Izzet League called Drum Roll. Everybody go ahead and cast your drum roll. And thaumaturgy gets cast upon it. All you hear is just a booming, booming, booming. "Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this year's Scientific, Creative, Intellectually Efficient, Nuanced, Creative Endeavors Varied Around in Reality Science Fair is Herbert the Knight!" And the crowd goes bonkers. Fire starts shooting off from the top of this Coliseum. Lights are going everywhere. Loud music is happening as well, too. And people are just going wild. And Herbert, you actually step forward onto this platform, and it raises you up into the air. All these lights are blasting on you right now. All this electricity is blowing through all the lights and everything, and people are going bonkers. So Herbert, congratulations. This is from here. This actually just bleeds over into now. For the first time, you actually see coming out of the shadows this very tall man. And he comes forward, and he's just like, oh yes, oh, congratulations, Herbert. I'm very excited for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Herbert the Gnome. And it's what did you call it? A whiz banger, yeah?
The whiz banger, yeah.
The whiz banger is now going to be patented for your nothing.
Yeah.
But you also get the warforged 5,000 as well. Congratulations. And at this time, even the booze and everything, if nobody wanted him to win, just the cheers are going insane. A whole crowd of people rush up and they grab Herbert. They actually grab all of you and they start taking you out up this main alleyway. And they're cheering for everybody. I mean, especially the Final Four in the Science Fair is actually one of the best places you could ever be. Yes, Herbert's the winner, but you guys feel like you struck gold. You guys made it to the Final Four. It is very difficult every 2 years for people to do that. But they lead you out into the streets of District 93, and there are fireworks. There is music happening. And in the background, up on the main stage, you can see this all these crystal balls, and they're showing this giant stage, and all these instruments are playing, and you see the world-renowned, most famous singer in all of Ravnica. You see this Tabaxi standing there. She goes by the name of Caddy Purry, and she's sitting there and singing as all these fireworks are going off in the background. And all this food, it smells absolutely amazing. Fabian, even with your capsules up in your nose, you don't need them. This food, everybody knows that the food for the Science Fair has been provided by the main chief Loxodon. He owns his own food company, and he goes by the name Horden Hamses. And he makes the best food in all of Ravnica. And then also everywhere else you see signs constantly, and they're on banners and sigils as well too. And this whole event, Science Fair, sponsored by S.C.I.E.N.C.E, that this giant tech corporation in Izzet that helps with technology and chitter-chatting with people. And it is just massive, crazy mayhem out in the streets, and people of the Izzet League in District Number 1, where this mausoleum, this Coliseum is held. People are going batshit crazy.
Brigiri, this is amazing. Isn't this amazing?
I'm so happy there's so many fireworks. Fireworks are my favorite. Fireworks are so good. I'm not crying. You're crying.
More fireworks then.
Yeah, no, nobody's talking to you. No, nobody wants to. No.
You're a bully. Your invention's supposed to be for bullies, and you're the bully.
You're the bully. You're
bully.
No,
The bickering is ruining the fireworks.
So the four of you are then actually, they drop. You guys are still like on the backs and the shoulders of people. They're incredibly excited. They put you down, and you guys are free for at least a little bit to enjoy this celebration. You look around, there's food, there's vendors, there's other scientists, there's other competitors. Another big thing that you guys know about the Science Fair is every other year, over 9,000 to 10,000 other competitors come in for this giant year-long event with inventions, battle bots. They try to create their own scientific weirds of just different elements fused together, just from all the mana, all the energy, especially between the Izzet League, and there's just so much happening. What do you guys want to go and do? What do your characters want to? There's games that you guys can go and play as well too. Who's doing what? What's everybody doing?
Yeah.
I am transfixed looking at the sky.
Okay, so as of right now, Bajiri's standing there just watching some explosions happening. Okay, all right. As you're doing that, Bajiri, you have this little girl runs up to you and she goes, "Oh my goodness, you're Bajiri the Vidalgan!"
Yes, it is me. Yes.
And she starts screaming, and like these 20 of just these tweens come running over, and they've actually got like these stuffed figurines of you with your goggles on the head and with your hood up and over the top of your hair, and they're just like, "Oh, please autograph it, sign it for us, please, Bajiri, we love you."
This is a new experience, but sure, you seem like good kids.
And they're hugging you, and you see these lights going off. People are holding these miniature globes in their hand, and they're flashing, and they're taking still images of Bajiri and these girls that just absolutely love the technology that he's created, and just swarming him. Herbert, what you doing?
I hear that the winners of these big science fairs get laid all the time. I'm looking to get weird with some lizard folk or something. I'm looking for some
Looking for some Biashanu.
Yeah, looking to pull some whiz bangers tonight. Yeah. bang, bang, bang.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Boy,
yeah,
this took
yeah.
a turn.
Wow, Eric Raddick, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Looking for some lizard folk. There is actually down one of these side streets a lot of like there's tieflings and lizard folk, and they're everywhere.
You know-
every race you could think of, they're all just here celebrating science fair.
I always dreamed of betting a big. I always wanted to bet a big. That's been one of my.
So you actually look
Betting
down the way,
a big.
and there's a merchant down there, and holding up all these glass bulbs that you've noticed that people are using. They're flashing and they're taking these still images. This very just like curvaceous lizard lady just kind of selling off these flash bulbs to people. She kind of catches your eye, and she just kind of smiles and winks at you and goes back to selling. What are you gonna do? You gonna go talk to her?
I walk up.
Waddle up.
Oh, hey, you must be Herbert that everybody's been talking about.
That's me. Yeah, that's me. Did you
So,
see me? Did you see me bang it up there? Did you see the old whiz bang?
Oh, I did. I absolutely love the whiz bang. I would love it if you actually. Do you have any of those with you? Can you like show me?
Yeah. You wanna come back to my room? I'll show you a couple of whiz bangs.
Oh, excellent. Sorry, and she looks over and she goes, "Sorry, folks. If you haven't noticed, Herbert the gnome has actually just like asked me to go hang out with him. He's gonna show me his actual invention. So I'm out of here." And she presses a couple buttons, and just like these panels lower down on her stall, and then the stall itself just shrinks, and it's maybe like an inch big. She pockets it, and she kind of just starts twiddling the top of your hat, and she's like, "Okay, Herbert, let's go." And she starts following you. Eric's a pyromantic, perverted gnome.
I'm just gonna have to break this wall, but Brian Summer just said I'm now visually uncomfortable. I think I am too.
Not the only one. Not the only one.
I'm keeping it PG. I'm keeping it PG.
I know. I'm just joking. It's just funny.
Fabian, what are you doing?
I'm taking a little bit of the lead, but I'm not gonna go to just someone random. Let's see what
What kind of what?
I'm looking for Caddy Purry up there.
Caddy Purry. Oh, so you're interested in Caddy Purry?
Is she
Man,
still performing, or what is
oh
she doing?
yeah, she is. I mean, you can work your way up because people start. See, they're like Caddy, and Caddy Purry is just this. She's a Longford lynx, but she has this very long tail and just these bright pink ears and this outfit just made out of like all these bird feathers and everything. And people see you and they're like, "Oh my God, it's fun! Find it out the Caddy Purry!" Ah! People are just going crazy, and it's almost like they part ways and allow you to walk up to the stage. And Caddy Purry is just there, and she is singing her heart out and looks right down at you, and she smiles, and bang, she shoots out this like ray of frost that just like hits you in the chest, just to like cool you down.
Rude.
You're gonna take a little bit of damage from her. You're gonna take 2 points of frosty damage, but then she's just smiling and she's singing right at you. And then she stops and she goes, "Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say that this man right here was in the Final Four. Give it up." And everybody starts clapping. And she's like, "This song is for you, Mr. Fabian."
I just want to point out really quick that when you get to level 13, Ray of Frost can be used as foreplay.
What?
Let's just take that in for a second. You just dealt 2 damage of frost damage to him, and it's just like, yeah, you can't do that at level 1.
It may have been frost damage, but it was hot.
It was cold.
So she starts singing just one of her top albums. It is dedicated to Fabian, and she's pointing down at you, and then she even reaches down and grabs you, and she just starts singing and dancing with you, trying to get you to sing and dance. You sing and dance with her?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, roll a performance check.
Yes.
Do it.
See how good you're doing with her. You rolled a 16 on the die plus
I
performance.
have 12.
A 12. It's you know what, you're pretty laid back. You're kind of chilling, grooving with the music and everything that's happening. up with Caddy Purry up top. And then that's going to take us playing it super cool. And then we got Drift. Drift, what are you doing?
So I'm by the game.
You're over by the game section. What game are you wanting to play?
Well, you tell me what there is, and I'll tell you what I play.
And again, you can play a swish bang boom.
What's that?
Swish bang boom is where you throw miniature beads at things and try to make them explode and
That's lame.
try to hit the biggest
My
target.
favorite game in the world.
The next thing is going to be sing out your soul, where you actually get to use your own vocal performances that you can try it. There's actually shoot it up Buttercup. Is another game where you actually can shoot water into the hole, and it makes this Izzet charm reach all the way up to the ceiling.
That's
and if
me,
you get to the top,
I like water.
okay, so you step up and you got this guy.
I make sure to lean in.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You're Drift, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, my name's Tyler, and oh my God, you were absolutely amazing. You know what?
Thanks.
You know what? Does anyone want to? This is Drift, guys. And all these people just rush over to this game and start just throwing out coins and money at him just to play the game. Roll up for performance check.
Okay. 15.
15. All
rolls
right,
suck.
that's fine.
Nice.
People are so amazed by you that you're all the way up to the top deck, and you won. And people just go, "Oh my God, that was amazing!" And people are like, "You gave it to her." Be like, "No, she's awesome." Be like, "No, she totally won it." He walks over and he hands you this little. It looks like a Rakdos demon, but it's super fluffy. And it's got this, but it's got little teeth on it with a blood smear on it, and it's got a hatchet in one hand as well too.
So cute. I'm gonna sleep with it all the time, and I'll put it in my pocket.
So as you guys for the next couple hours, hanging out with Caddy Purry, playing some games, you're signing autographs, whiz banging with your inventions. And then it's about that
That's
time.
canon.
All of you start hearing this ringing in your ear, and you hear Prima. She goes, "Oh, hello, yes, my 4 contestants. I'm going to need all of you to come back to the Coliseum for me because I have something very special for all of you. The Grand Magus wants you all to meet him because he has something incredibly fun to share with all of you. So go ahead, get everything together, and don't be late because you're going to love this." And the ringing stops.
All right.
You guys start heading over?
I guess
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Was that as good for you as it was for me? I gotta go.
As you guys are walking, she looks down at you and she just goes, "You're adorable." And she just twiddles the top of your hat, and then she tosses you this tiny little pebble, and she goes, "That's how you can reach me sometime." And you squeeze this tiny little pebble, and it actually pops up just this address of where she works at, and she works at the Izzet Leagues downtown mall. In the very high-end tech and communications area. You all make your way back. Once you guys get back to the Coliseum, it's just people are stopping you and wanting to take pictures, and they're super excited. And you see Prima waiting at the front door for you. And she goes, "Oh, hello, welcome back. Were you all having a grand time? Were you all having fun?"
It was a new experience. Yes, I've never.
A new experience for all of you. Well, that is absolutely fantastic. So as I was telling you in your message, Grand Magus really wants to meet all of you. He has something incredible he wants to show all of you. If you'll follow me.
Okay.
So she starts taking you back through some of the back hallways. The other thing about this Coliseum is around the Coliseum, there are 4 spires that go up hundreds of feet into the air. And the central spire, which is actually more centralized from the entryway, is the tallest spire. It beats out the other ones by at least 200 to 300 feet, and that is actually where the Grand Magus, where his office is at. And you walk up to this giant double wooden oak door, and Prima puts her hand on it, and all these little flashes happen off of her handprint, and the door opens up, and you walk in to this massive, crazy laboratory. There are There is steam happening. You see these cages and like there's these like weird creatures made out of like electricity. There's also a bunch of goblins hopping around, just like fiddling with dials. There's some other Vidalkins and humans in there as well too. Back in the far back corner, you see this giant alchemist set. It's pandemonium in this office. And then all of a sudden, coming right back up to all of you, you see the Grand Magus himself. He says, "Oh yes, you've all come here. Oh, congratulations to all of you, especially you, Herbert. I'm very, very well pleased with you."
Oh, you heard about the big, huh? You heard, yeah.
Oh, yes,
word
yes,
travels fast.
Oh, well, I was talking more about your win from the competition.
Oh, right.
That's your personal win. Yeah,
Right,
very good
right.
on you. Now, Herbert, if all of you,
a slightly bigger accomplishment.
oh yes, now if all of you will follow me,
Slightly
please.
small accomplishment.
Oh yeah, well, it's not nice to make fun of his height, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm just saying he won a prize we all wanted as a big deal.
So Grand Magus leads you all over, and he leads you into this little room, a circular room, and in the middle of the circular room, there is this golden pedestal. And on top of this golden pedestal, you guys were seeing something kind of like this earlier when you were watching the channel go on, when you were seeing that commercial happen with the science fair. And it's somewhat similar to that, but inside this globe, instead of just seeing lightning bolts, there's actually these glowing beads floating around in this bowl. And then on one side, you see this panel full of dials and levers and buttons that you can push. But then underneath this contraption, you see like it looks like there's one chamber filling and unfilling with gases, and there's liquids, there's lightning bolts going through it. It looks like there's a vial of acid and a central hub in this tiny chamber. Just everything is like meshing together, and sparks are flying out of this thing. And the Grand Magus looks at you and he just says, "Oh, now this is something very, very exciting that I wanted to show all of you." Now, Herbert, now first off, you did win, so you get the patent for the next 2 years off of your device, which I think was brilliant, by the way. Congratulations to you, Herbert. You also win your warforged 5,000. You look over in the corner, and that awesome humanoid robot that you saw is just kind of standing there, looks and just kind of salutes at you. How you going, boss?
Yeah, I'm winning. You know.
Is there anything I can do for you?
What? You're a machine, though, right?
I am a machine, but I am your companion that can help you out with anything that you need. I am here for you.
Yeah, that's weird. I'm like more into lizards and stuff. So yeah,
I don't comprehend unless there is an experiment or something, or I know that you like to blow things up. I could go cause an explosion for you.
Ooh, yeah. Can we burn this place down?
And the no, you cannot burn this place down, Herbert. This is my own personal laboratory. Yes. Warforged just looks at you and he goes, "Yes, you know what? I shall go find you something that will explode. To you, sir." And walks away. And then back over at the Grand Magus, he goes, "Oh, so now, what I wanted to tell all of you. We finally did it. And I want the 4 of you to test it out. Here, we have the first ever time mechanized machine." Now, there have been stories that I've heard from the years that there have been people able to move forwards and backwards in time and to go from plane to plane, different worlds, different places in time. And I think with all the mana and the magic and the technology, we have created something that can allow us to do the same thing. And I figured, since everyone knows that Izzet never says no to something new and creative, I wanted to see if the 4 of you would like to be the first ones to try it out.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Herbert should go first.
Oh no, it would be all of you. It takes 4 nervous systems to connect to the duality of the mana, which then focuses the light energy around corpuscularity.
I want to go back. I want to go back and whiz bang all those jerks that made fun of me. All that.
Oh, all right.
A jerk.
So you walk up to the time machine, and what you see on this control panel. Were you gonna ask something, Josh? Sorry.
I was gonna say. By the way, as soon as you say time machine, you've noticed Bajiri isn't doing his normal like facial tics. He looks very serious.
Okay. All right. Serious about time travel. Good stuff. So Grand Magus looks at you and says, okay, now let me explain how I do believe all these essentials and micro and nano-isms are going to work. And what he tells you, looking in front of you at this control panel, you see this control panel broken down into 3 sections. You have a left section, a middle section, and a right section. Above each section is also a switch that goes up and down. Currently, all of these switches are in the down position. What he also talks about now, in order to use one of these events, or one of these pieces of the time machine, you have to click the switch up. On the left side, you guys see a group, you see just this one lever. It's all the way at the very top, and it looks like it's just a lever that you can pull down. The middle section, that you see 3 colored lights, and they're all 3 shining very brightly. You have like this emerald blue light, you have this ruby red light, and then you have this black onyx light. On the 3rd part of the panel, you see a set of dials. It looks like four or 5 dials that you can just turn. And then the Grandmaster looks at you and says, now, this lever here on the left side allows you to go backwards in time. The panel on the right side with the dials allows you to pinpoint a position in the future that you can go to. And then these buttons here in the middle, I'm guessing, they're going to trans-parallel universify you, and you're going to be able to go through different universes and parallelogramify. And so you just want to make sure now the energy that this runs on is actually run by unit. It has a total of 15 units. Every time you go back in time, every click of the back in time mechanism is 1 unit. When you go forward in time, it's going to cost 2 units. And anytime you jump through parallel universes in the middle section, you press one of these buttons, it's going to be 5 units. Now, once you get to a point in time, what I'm assuming and what I'm guessing is going to happen is that each unit equals an hour-long wait. You're going to have to wait for the time machine to cool down. Now, if you use all 20 units, there could be a chance that you are automatically stuck in whatever time you go into. So be very cautious when using your unit. So I will leave it up to you. Now, in order for this to work, you all have to walk forward, put one of your hands upon this globe, and you close your eyes, and then you all decide where you're going to go with the panel in front of you. All right? So I leave a question to you guys. What do you guys do?
I look at all, and he can still hear us, right in front of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there over your shoulder.
All right, I'll wait for a second then.
So we all have to travel together?
Yes, you all have to travel. So essentially with this time machine, you can go 3 different places. You can go in the past, you can go in the future, you can jump universes or different parallel universes in time. It's just going to depend on what you guys want to do.
Where do you guys want to go?
I vote for our future. I don't really care what's going on in other verses. I like it right here in Ravnica.
All right. What about you and Jerry?
All of a sudden, Bajiri just takes his foot down, he stands up, and all of a sudden, he's like 2 inches taller.
Whoa.
My God. I've never seen anything like this.
Oh, no one has. This is the first one ever invented.
You just got cuter.
Look, I know I put on that whole, like, weird, crazy explosion guy thing, but this is something I've never seen.
So would you want to go to the future as well?
Yeah. I just can't imagine what
All
kind
right.
of stuff they got up there.
What would help progress more than bringing some technology back? Though it does mess with the time continuum syndrome, but I think we can manage it.
Yeah.
Who cares if the past changes? That's the whole point of manipulating time travel. Who cares if the future changes? It's about changing your future.
Who exactly are you?
He's
Father.
your friend, you idiot.
I just spent like 4 hours with you.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Bergeri over here. Did you get taller?
Look, Herbert, I haven't been exactly honest with you. That whole like explosion gimmick that I do, that's kind of more like a character to win me over with the chicks. Believe it or not, chicks like weird nerdy guys. You should know you just banged one.
Whiz bang.
Was bang.
You just whiz banged one.
Yeah.
Truth is, this is the real me. And I gotta say, it's pretty fascinating. I can't wait to jump. Look, I'm sorry if I made you think I was somebody I wasn't, but I was trying to win a competition.
Yeah. So where are you going? I'm really anxious for all of you to do this.
Well, I was gonna ask Herbert's answer, but I don't really give a shit what he cares because he doesn't like me.
So all right. So Bergeri's saying future, Fabian's saying future. Drift and Herbert, what are you thinking?
It really doesn't matter as long as we get to burn stuff. I just want to burn it all down.
All right.
You're gonna get to burn stuff. That part of me is real. I do still like to burn stuff. That's definitely
yeah. Drift, what do you think?
The boys want to go to the future, so I say let's go to the future.
All right, so you guys walk over. You start. Who's gonna be fiddling with the dials and stuff? Who's gonna mess with it?
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Herbert's
already pushing buttons. I'm just gonna make sure he doesn't blow us up.
You guys put your hands on this thing, and you see the world almost like it gets sucked into a black hole. And from there, we're actually going to take a small little break. Don't worry. We have tons of time. We're going to find out where you guys end up going. So remember, you have a time machine. You can go forwards, backwards, or across universes. So we'll see after we come back from this break. We'll check you guys soon. Let's do it.
Become inspired by S.C.I.E.N.C.E Online Player's massive sound library and weave your tabletop legends by building custom sound sets that bring your immersive world to life. Simply download the app to access the entire S.C.I.E.N.C.E archive anytime you need epic sounds. The online player works perfectly alongside any virtual tabletop to bring your players together no matter where they are in the world. Broadcast your custom sound sets in real time with flawless audio quality to give them a game they'll never forget. Get the S.C.I.E.N.C.E Online Player today at SirenScape.com.
It seems that they are not familiar with this area and they just didn't want us to hurt their children. And I pick up the pine cone.
Oh.
They're so cute. What are their names?
Well, that one is... Psa.
Did I break her?
If you want to know where my brain is, that's a Polish word for dog.
Sa?
Sa.
Sa. That's a beautiful name.
Sarah BC1 gave $20 to give a lucky to the table. So we all have a lucky. So thank you, Sarah BC1. That was awesome.
And I have a lucky too.
Oh, there's a dog.
Thank you so much.
Slashing damage, disembowel, double damage, and 1d4 con damage, and 1d6 bleed.
Whoa! Whoa! Fantastic.
You guys are doing atom damage all night.
Okay. That's 6 points of normal damage, and
I've
then
done so much damage.
1d4 con damage.
Okay.
Which is 4 points con damage. And then d6 of what? Bleed?
Bleed.
6 points of bleed!
He bleeds out. He's dead. He is dead.
What I'll do is I'll take a leaf and use kind of like prestidigitation to make like an origami bear. And just kind of give it to the kid. Happy birthday, dude. See you tomorrow.
It's like, whoa, you know magic too? This is awesome.
You can do many things in the woods, dude. Yeah.
I look at Con and I go, I hope you didn't pluck that from me, because that would be so
Really?
No, little lady, I'd never pluck anything directly from nature without asking first. By the way, can I have a leaf?
Okay. And then I just reach down and I go, oh, ow, there you go.
You take 10 points of damage and
This space whale, it can become the hull of your ship. You can make this space whale. You can make this space whale into your ship. Like you could fly around the space whale. So the fans out there that were listening that didn't want Larry to die, perhaps Larry doesn't need to die. Perhaps they can make a explorer vessel out of a space whale and fly it around.
Hashtag Larry lives.
100%. Nono like pops out of a floor panel right by the pilot's seat with Detrid. And she's like, you gotta get back in there! Please, get back in there! I'll fix everything! It'll make it so much better! Just screaming at the top of her lungs for Detrid to get back inside the space whale.
Every day, millions of people face heartbreak in the form of a silent killer. I'm talking about character death. I'm talking about malicious dice. Failed saving throws, critical misses, failed skill checks. Malicious dice can strike any character at any time, and the results are devastating.
I only got to play Celestia for one session. I kept failing. Roll after roll after roll. And then I got eaten by an aberration in the dark. I couldn't roll anything above a 5. The dice just...
Diana's tragic story is far from unique. The time to do something about malicious dice is now. And Tabletop Loot knows how to help. They're providing quality, affordable dice jails and shipping them to players in need across the nation. Go to tabletoploot.com today and order a dice jail for yourself and anyone you feel may be threatened by malicious dice. These safe, secure, and humane facilities will keep your tabletop safe from the kind of dice that don't care who they hurt. But it's not about giving up on your dice. Rehabilitation is possible for many of these viciously low rollers, thanks to Dice Jail's tabletop reintegration plans. It's time to stand up for our characters.
It's time to put malicious dice where they belong.
Dude, yeah, this is fun.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuning in to Tales of Ravnica.
Yay!
Here at the Dot Network. It is Tuesday night. If you missed out, these guys gave some wonderful presentations of these inventions that they did, and then they decided that they're going to go on some journeying with a time machine. We'll jump right back into that.
No, let's do comments first.
Oh, fine. I guess you can do comments first too, Diana.
We didn't do comments on our break.
I was taking a breath to do it, but yeah, we can read some comments. She's absolutely right.
I'm going to say my favorite first. Scott Denuza says, such a pro. What a performance. Thanks, Scott.
What's up? McCranky Steak saying that. You are here. Brian Summers saying the eyebrows are killing me. I think that's probably got to go with...
I will say, Eric, the eyebrow work is phenomenal. Don't think I haven't noticed it, because I have.
Scott Dizza said, Herbert, please stand there forever.
Scott hates all my characters. I'm convinced now. No, it's fine. Scott says that this show needs to continue for for a month, so Eric has to wear that hat and beard every week.
I
would do it.
Quiz Making with Herbert is a new paperback self-help book that'll be out this summer. It does sound like a self-help book.
Crossbarrow says, this explains why Marcus was hatless half the time. Khan stole the hat. That's right. Yeah, that's an awesome wizard hat that I wore to Gen Con last year.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
a good hat. Lucas Martinez was mentioning that he saw your hat at Gen Con.
Cool. All right. Any other comments? You guys ready to hop into this?
I'm ready.
Okay. So now question, Herbert, you were over there messing with dials. I need you to tell me how many clicks of each of these dials did you do?
I
Just
don't
messing?
even know.
Okay, it's all right. I would say there's 4 dials there. The first one is an infinite number that you can see. The second one goes up. Second one goes up to the number 14. The third one goes up to the number 35, and the final one, it just looks like it's one of those graphs that it's showing essentially that the more the dial you turn, the faster into the future you go. So just Herbert, I'm going to need you to tell me how many clicks does it take to get to the center of this time machine?
So I would have used my best judgment to go into the future.
Okay. All right.
So I don't really know what that looks like, and I'm not quite certain what year we're in, but I would have clicked away.
So you essentially, were you just thinking straight into the future? Just boom? Is that what you were thinking?
I feel like a solid 100 years is cool.
Okay. All right. So that in your mind is what you're thinking, a solid 100 years. We don't go that far, but we'll see where we end up. As you're all standing there, like I said, all of you almost get like pulled into this black hole, and everything goes black for a second. But then out the other end, this black hole opens, and all of you come shooting out, and then you're standing there, right in front, right there, and you've got your hands on the time machine capsule, and then all of a sudden you see it spark for a second, and then it shrinks, only about that big. In your hand, and then you hear this voice go on, and be like, I hope you remember that however many units that you use, that's how many hours you're going to be stuck into whatever place that you decided to go to. So be cautious, be careful, you're messing with time, and if you use up all the units, it might take a while for the time machine to come back on, but just be careful.
Is there something we're looking for in the future?
And are you talking to me? That voice is, the whole voice is gone.
Okay.
So that was 20 units, right? You gotta don't do 20 units.
Yes. So as you can tell, what he was saying, 20 units, you have completely, as of now, or what you know, what Grand Magus has told you, that the units are depleted. You have to wait for these units to recharge again. Everybody make a perception check for me really quick.
A what?
A perception check.
Everybody?
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
On the
All
ground.
you guys.
That is
A 1?
5.
I rolled a 1
5?
plus my 4.
Wow.
3.
A 9.
No,
Come on, Herbert.
30. That's 31.
That's
30?
Yeah, 31.
Holy
I
crap.
see everything.
You see the world. Herbert, everybody, you're all standing here just like, well, what are we doing? I mean, kind of what's going on? Where are we? Herbert, what you notice is that you're standing out in the middle of one of the streets of a city. You're guessing you're still in District 93, but it looks destroyed.
Oh.
Like these buildings are crumpled. You can actually see that it looks like there's bodies laying around as well too. And up in the sky, the sky, as far as you can tell, it's really dark, but you can see green lights and blue lights just all up in the sky. I mean, you're assuming it's nighttime, but there is light for you to see by. There's just destruction everywhere.
Guys, I think somebody beat me to burning the world down. I think the world's burnt to hell. This is.
It certainly seems that way. Yeah.
Should we go somewhere else? I mean, it's already burnt to a crisp.
Yeah. Do you remember how this time machine thing works?
No, I wasn't
We're
listening.
stuck here for a while, Herbert.
Oh.
Stuck here for a while.
Okay. Well, let's go see what we can burn. Yeah. There's got to be something left. There's got to be. I get started fire.
Herbert, with that 31 as well too, you notice, or one other thing you notice too, is you hear the faint sounds of almost like a giant just bellowing roar, but it sounds far away. But you also hear sounds of screams as well too, and it seems like they're more. This building that you're standing in front of, there's a lot more red light that is farther in the distance around this building. That's kind of where all the sounds are coming from.
You guys hear that screaming?
No.
Well, now that he's called attention to it, you guys do start to hear the screaming.
Oh.
Yeah, I hear some screams.
That's not good screaming.
I'm gonna cast shield on myself.
So shield technically is a reactionary spell, which will give you that shield is a +4 to your AC whenever you get hit. +5. My apologies.
So okay, so then I'll wait. Sorry.
What do you guys do? Where are you guys going?
I'm gonna cast Mage Armor.
Fine. I'm gonna
Mage
cast
Armor?
Mage Armor. I don't have Mage Armor.
Do we want to go? We want to go see what all the screams are about. What do you think?
Yeah,
I'm
but
curious.
we
We
should-
didn't come all the way into the future for nothing.
We should be quiet about it.
All right. So as you guys are standing there trying to figure out what you want to do, you hear from the building behind you. Sounds like some rocks falling. Everybody, give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
All right, that's much better. That's a dirty
20.
27.
27. What'd you get, Caleb?
11.
Well, at least 3 of you see it. You guys look back, and out of this rubble, you see these 3 skeletons walking forward towards you. But these aren't just regular skeletons. These skeletons are coated in like this royal blue shiny material. Everybody, roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
3 of them? Say 3?
3 of them, yes.
That's gonna be 12.
17.
22.
22, okay.
I have 19.
So you're a total of 19. Eric, what was yours again?
22.
All right, and then Caleb and Josh, what did you guys have?
I had a 12.
Josh had a 12. Caleb, what was yours?
17.
17. Oh, almost have you guys all in order already. Just gonna switch out the 2 of you, because these 3 blue skeletons are going first. I rolled a 20 on the die.
Damn.
For those guys. Okay, here we go. So these 3 skeletons start walking up towards you. One's walking up to Herbert, one's walking up to Fabian, and the other one's gonna walk up to Drift. So each of you got 1 attack coming at you. Oh, wow, these things were not expecting you. The first 2 missed. The one against Fabian, probably not even going to hit. Well, maybe with a 16. Fabian?
Mage Armor is a what plus? Yeah, that hit.
That one does hit you. Okay. So coming in out at you is going to be 6 points of damage. But against the other 2, Drift and Herbert, I rolled little single digits on those dice. Even against spellcasters, they definitely would not hit you. I know your guys' AC can't be below a 10.
No.
But it is now. Who had the 22? Eric? No. Who had the 22? Diana. No, Diana
I had the 22.
It was Eric.
Eric. So it is Herbert's turn.
So this thing's right on my face.
This thing is right up on your face.
I don't like it.
Nope, probably don't. This thing, yeah. I mean, the skin is just like this glowy blue stuff. It's holding just a sword in its hand. All 3 of them kind of look the same, but
So can I? So I'm just gonna touch it. Can I touch it and burn it away?
Sure. What are you using to try to burn it away?
I'm using burning hands.
Going for some burning hands. Yeah,
Just
go for it.
right out of the gate.
Okay, going burning hands.
Yeah,
13th level warlock casting some burning hands. How much damage do you roll for burning?
I'm like, yeah, I don't like you. Burn, fire.
So I'm rolling 7d6.
Wow.
76.
76 points of fire damage. Holy cannoli.
Here it comes. I never get to roll this much. I get to be like Jim now.
Big money. Fire.
How does 30 points of damage sound?
Oh my god.
30 points of damage sounds crazy. You reach out with your little fiery gnome hands, and just this fire comes shooting out of your fingertips. You hit this thing for massive damage, but doesn't look like it hurt it as much as you hoped it would.
It's blue.
But
there's just like ice, fire. What? Ah!
I mean, if you want, you can try it. It's going to be an incredibly difficult DC, but why don't you go ahead and roll me a history check?
I don't think I got the history for that. Let me see. No, that's no good. 17.
17, not quite. You're amazed. These things are just blue, like nothing from Ravnica. You have never heard of anything like this from Ravnica before. So, not quite sure. That's going to take us over to Diana to Drift. What you doing?
Jesus.
You've got one of these skeletal thingies right up on you.
Is there any way I can make a check to see what
Yeah,
weaknesses
go
are?
go for a history check as well too.
5.
You don't know nothing.
Okay.
These are blue skeletons.
I'm going to. I gotta cast something. Can I cast Ray of Frost?
You're gonna do a Ray of Frost at the one right in front of you.
Yeah.
So you are casting a spell right next to it.
No. Okay. Fine.
But what's great is this is D&D, so you're fine.
Oh, really?
Yes, you're okay as right now. So you can cast that spell.
So what do I roll? Do I roll D20?
It's Ray of Frost, right? It's an instant. It's a rigid. I think I get a. Do I make a save?
Doesn't say on this paper.
Oh, I don't get a save, huh? On hit. Nope. Roll that damage to this thing.
3d8.
3d8. Well, but what level are you?
I am. What level are we? 13?
We're level 13. So actually, I do believe it is a 5d8 once you get to level 11. So you get to roll 5d8 worth of cold damage. 5d8. 5d8, ladies and gentlemen. 5d8.
I need more dice. Hold on.
You weren't ready for this crazy high level of excitement.
4. One more. 5. Here we go.
Ooh,
wow.
Ooh, those are some numbers.
Can you count, please?
21, 27. So you shoot this Ray of Frost right at this thing. And the other thing about Ray of Frost, too, what does that say down at the bottom after you hit somebody with it?
On a hit, 3d8, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Mm-hmm. Helped you out with one. I'm not helping anybody else out again. Ooh, kid.
It's only because she's your girlfriend.
So 26. Now with that,
I didn't get a chance to really look at that.
Even with that as well too, you have all this frostiness come out. And it doesn't seem like all the damage quite goes through, but you still hit it.
Okay.
A bunch of stuff. That's going to take us over to Caleb, to Fabian.
This thing's right in my face, right?
Yes, it was the three of you, but Jerry's the only one that does not have one up in his face.
As soon as he hits me, I put my hand on my chest, clearly casting a spell on myself, and I just rear up, and I'm going to use Dragon Breath.
Ooh.
15-foot cone of lightning damage.
Okay.
Lightning.
Dig it.
Dex saving throw of 18 for anyone in the 15-foot cone.
Which will just be, actually, No, all of you guys are right next to each other. I would say you're able to angle it just enough. You'll be able to hit the one that is also next to that one.
Me,
Drift. Yes.
That one.
First guy's gonna get it. Second guy will also get it, both with a 17 and an 18 on the die, plus their modifier is gonna be well into the early 20s.
Yeah.
So they will save, but cast that lightning damage.
Half damage. Oh, that's still pretty good. 12 total, so 6.
12 total, and yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a little bit. You see this lightning hit these skeletons, and it's just like all these things you guys are hitting them with. They're doing damage, not as much as you would hope, but damage is still happening, and that's gonna take us to the bottom of the round.
Oh, when I did that spell, I cast my ward, so I get a bunch of it's my class feature. I get a bunch of temporary HP.
Oh, bunch of HP. Cool. You get yeah. Oh, that's where the whole thing was. Gotcha. Good flavor text. Love it. Josh, to you, Bajiri.
Yes. So I'm going to take my. I'm gonna kind of observe what's been going on. See all this craziness, and I'm gonna try something. So if I were to, let's just say, for fun, if I were to cast Shatter.
Oh, I was
So it's a 10-foot radius sphere. Is there a way I can place that where I'll hit 2 of them and not injure my colleagues?
Yeah, if you stick it far enough behind at least like 2 of them, because you guys are essentially like in a group together, and these skeletons are just directly in front of you. You can stick it right behind them, so the edge of that sphere is hitting them. I will allow
It's gonna hit all 3.
Are you guys far? Actually, you guys, they are close enough. Yes, you guys were all next to each other, and they're it's just kind of like boom, 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 all on the line.
Yeah.
You will be able to, if you cast it right behind that back one, you'll be able to hit the 2 on the end as well.
All right, they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con saves. Let me see. Ooh, that one is definitely not going to make it. The other 2, I'm assuming, will with a 20 and a 22.
Ooh.
Yeah, those 2 will save.
Okay, the other one did not save. The one that did not save was the one that was actually right in front of Herbert.
Cool.
Sherbert.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll that then. Okay, so the one who didn't save is going to take 12 damage.
Okay. And what kind of damage is Shatter?
Thunder
Force,
damage.
right? Thunder damage. Okay.
And then the other ones will take 6.
All right.
Did that look like it did damage?
I mean, again, it looked like it definitely did some damage to these things. Not all the damage went through, but I mean, definitely still doing some damage to it. So you guys are knocking it down, which takes us to the top of the round. To me. Yeah, so that's going to be another swing on all of you as well, too. That's a 4 on the die. That's a 15 on the die, which is against Drift. So that one will probably hit when I add all my modifiers at a 19. Drift, does that hit you?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, the third one is going to miss with only a 4 on the die. Drift, you're only going to take 5 points of damage.
All right.
That's all these things can do, and it's going to then be Herbert. You're up, little fire gnome.
Herbert, I'm tired of this. You're gonna burn. You're all gonna burn.
I swing back.
Burning
Burn it, my friend. Burn it.
So I've had this contraption on my back strapped to myself. It's a pyro converger. Is that that's what it's called, right?
It's essentially a flamethrower. Yes.
Essentially a flamethrower.
Yes.
Pyro converger. I pull out this thing. It's like I feel like it's probably almost as big as me.
Yeah, this thing's massive. Like you were able to hide it on yourself somehow.
It was like this big thing. Yeah, it was on my back. I pull it out in front, and I just let loose. The thing just explodes in flame. Now the question is,
yeah,
does it blow me up or not?
Does it blow you up or not? Well, is it? Did that thing say? Is it a cone or is it a?
It's a 10-foot cone.
10-foot cone. So you're essentially, because it's essentially you, then it's Drift, and then it's Fabian. So I'm assuming you're saying 10-foot cone. You're trying to hit that one that's in front of Drift.
I'm just spraying fire right in front of me.
Spraying fire.
And you know what? If there's some friendly fire. If there's fire.
Okay. So all right. So Fabian, he's saying there's fire. You're getting hit too.
I mean, it's a 10-foot cone. If they're in, they might get a little splashback.
Yeah. That's all right. Saves from any of them, or no? That's just straight up fire.
So
damage,
no, it's going to be a save. So you get half. I think it's a save. Tempo cone. Each creature in the area must make a DC 13 Dex saving throw, and then they're going to take 4d6 damage on a failed save, or half if they pass it.
Both of them failed their save. So they're going to take some damage, but it being fire, I'll go through and let's see how much you do.
Do it. Burn them all.
Do it.
17.
17.
I'm bad at math.
Ooh. So 17. That's it. Okay. Bang. Ooh, these two.
Wait. Sorry, I have to roll a d10. And add the number of times. Sorry, I'm messing this up. So now when I use this, I have to roll a d10 and add the number of times I've used it, which is 0. And then if it's an 11 or higher, the thing malfunctions, and then I take the damage. So hold on.
You take the damage as well. Yeah, I think it still goes off, but or does it just come back on you and it explodes on you?
It's unclear. It says a power converger malfunctions. You take 4d6 fire damage, and you can't use the power converger again until you finish a long rest.
So if that's the case, then bam.
So it's a 5.
It's a 5. That fire goes off. You're able to burn those bad boys.
You're safe, my friend. You're safe.
Burn!
The 17. Those two that you hit. A lot of that blue has just kind of melted off of them, but they're still standing there. The other one on Fabian is still there as well too, which is going to take us.
Burn?
Takes us to Drift. You're next.
So I saw this fire, and I'm like, I'm gonna put out your fire, dude. And I'm gonna cast Tidal Wave on these guys.
So you're essentially hitting the tidal wave. Now, where does the tidal wave actually go?
I don't know.
So you conjure it up. It comes crashing down on a creature within range. So it can be 30 feet long. So essentially, you could cast it right in front of you, directly in front of your friends as well too, hitting that direction. That's what you're going to do?
What I want to do, because they're in front of us.
Cool. What kind of save do they get?
Dexterity.
Dex save.
Is Tidal Wave like your least favorite spell ever, Herbert?
One will get it. I have, my lowest one is going to be a 15.
And then, sorry, how do I know if, is it up here somewhere?
Your spell save DC.
Spell save DC. It's an 8. So actually, all 3 of them are going to fail.
Yes!
Because,
so 18 is
I didn't get up to it. I had between a 14 and a 17. 17
Did you say it's hitting us too?
No.
She cast it in front of us.
Yeah, so she casts it in front, and it's basically shooting back at these things. How much damage does that do?
On a failed save, a creature takes 4d8 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone. So 4d8.
4d8. 48.
48.
All right. So I just kind of look over Herbert and go, water. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
19 points of bludgeoning damage. The 2 skeletons, the one in front of you and then the one right in front of Herbert, because he's to your left, they just explode into nothingness. The other one takes a bunch of damage. It gets knocked to the ground. It's still
so bludgeoning.
It's still got a little bit. It's kind of on the ground, and you see it like, which is going to take us over to Caleb, Fabian's turn. The one that was in front of you got knocked back. We're knocked prone to the ground. It's not
How far away is he?
He got knocked prone, so he's like 5 to 10 feet away from you. So you can step up
perfect.
and attack.
So Dragon's Breath lasts another minute, so I'm gonna do it again.
You're just looking down at it and just breathing on top
he's
of
on the
him.
ground,
He's
right?
on the ground. That's fine.
How's that? He's got to make a dex save.
Well, he's going to do it at disadvantage because he's on the ground.
Yes. hearing that.
And that's going to be a 2 on the die for the lowest one, so there's no way he's making that.
Okay. Well, let's see how he does with lightning damage. Oh! I rolled a 6, a 5, and a 5.
Oh,
Nice.
That will just
Holy
be you have this
Almost.
you have this lightning come down and just boom, this thing just the bones explode. on this thing.
Yeah.
And you have defeated these 3 blue
Yeah.
skeletons. What do you guys do now? As soon as that happens and the final one explodes, farther down the street, out of one of these buildings, you start to see more of these skeletons start walking out.
How many
Oh,
more? Can we make
Jesus.
perception?
Yeah, make a perception. See if you guys can tell.
7.
22.
7, 22.
Sorry, I have to look up.
14.
17.
22. That's enough to see that, especially the 22. You see these blue skeletons start in droves, like dozens, starting to come out of some of these buildings,
Ew.
and then some of them coming around the corner from an alleyway down the street that you guys are in. The way that you were originally talking about looks clear, but it's up to you guys. What are you gonna do?
This is all bad.
Just,
This is
yeah,
just your mom.
time
It's
machine.
not good. It's not the best. It's not the best.
Time machine.
You look down at the time machine. It's still small. It is not reduced yet.
We've still got like 19 hours and 58 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we gotta
no.
go. We gotta get out of here. We gotta go somewhere.
So what are you guys doing? You guys running towards the screens? You guys gonna hunker down? What's happening? Where you guys wanting to go? Because as you said, you're absolutely right. You spent all the units.
Herbert.
That was 15 units. So
Herbert.
that's 15 hours that you guys have in this place.
Let's go see a movie. Go to the park. Got plenty of time.
All right, what's going on? What are you guys?
Listen,
These
my
things are
friend,
walking towards you. What are you doing?
I don't know.
We're going. I'm
Wait,
moving.
let's run somewhere.
I'm
Can we
moving.
run like
Yeah, let's
that?
get the hell out of here.
All
Let's get the hell out
right, you guys start running down this one street. You're looking down these other side streets, and you just see more of these blue skeletons coming in.
Coming out of where we are?
Coming out of the doors, coming out of busted walls.
Oh, God.
Guys, the future sucks.
This city has
There's
gone
no way.
straight to hell. I always said it would happen.
Which direction were you guys running towards? Did you just, or were you still going in the direction that you guys thought of earlier?
Away.
Yeah, like back. Because you said they're coming forward, so I would say we all
towards you,
ran
but
back.
I was saying the area when you guys saw that light and you guys wanted to go forward, follow the streams. That's where you guys were heading. Are you guys heading in that direction?
Oh
or did you
yeah,
go a different
we're
way?
running away from the skeletons.
Yeah, opposite.
Okay, running away from them. So you guys are running. You get to a point where this yelling and this roaring starts to get even louder. And when you turn the corner, this giant building has collapsed. You start kind of working your way through it. This building is in the way. You guys are gonna have to travel over top of it. Everybody, give me an athletics check,
Oh, boy.
just to make sure you can get up over this.
Oh,
rubble.
thank God. That's a 19 on the die, so
Okay.
19.
That's fine.
Because my strength is 10.
18.
18 works.
Why are you doing this to me, Adam? Why are you doing this to me?
How's you, Herbert?
So, how does a 9 sound? Because I get
Ooh,
no bonus.
9. All right,
Unless
Fabian,
someone
how'd you do?
donates.
Well, the two of you guys are having a hard time climbing up the side of this building. You start seeing some of these blue skeletons kind of start turning onto the street and start coming towards you. You can make another one to try to climb up there again.
Can we help?
You guys can attempt to try to help if you want.
I want to help.
Can I
wanna help.
cast? Can
Even
I
though I
cast
don't-
Mage Hand and try to pull him up?
16. I got 16.
No, I
just
won't be able.
because-
He's not light enough.
I got a 16.
16 counts.
Somebody
Okay.
grab me. Help me.
I
Help.
rolled a 4 for Herbert.
So you
I don't
were
wanna
unsuccessful
help,
in helping
but-
Herbert, and Herbert's just like, yeah, screw you. I can do it
I
myself.
bet Caleb, it looks like he rolled a 20.
Caleb, would you
Nat
roll?
20.
Nat 20. Yeah, you guys see the
I'm like,
skeletons and you're all just like,
maybe.
ah! You start working your way up and over the side. You jump over the side, and once you hop over to the side, you see the end of the world. You
As we
come
know it.
across at this bay, this giant like bay of water, and out in the middle of this bay, you see this massive golden horned dragon and he has all these lights flying around him. And he's kind of off to your left, but this scene is like it's something totally unbelievable. To the right, you see all these just people, and you see these bolts of energy come flying out of their bodies. You see over on this bridge this woman in black, and it looks like she's actually controlling some of these dead bodies. And you see the dragon snap his fingers, and you see her start to disintegrate. But then this guy, this big, huge, muscular guy, comes just jumping from the top of this building and puts his hand on her chest, and you see just this transference of power. And then this spell, whatever it was, just starts making this guy disappear, and he disintegrates. Up farther on the street behind this woman controlling these dead bodies, you see just all these other blue skeletons and just these other people just casting spells and doing everything that they can. This is Armageddon. What do you guys do?
Guys, they must have sold their soul to a really powerful devil. That was.
I mean, this guy. I mean, to be fair, Herbert, this guy seems pretty powerful. Maybe even more powerful than whatever demon you sold your soul to.
I think I know what happened. They produced a whiz banger. They produced a whiz banger, and it got big, and then everyone's disintegrating everybody. And
I was gonna say, looks like they have your invention.
I don't think this is your fault, Herbert. That guy, that dragon seems pretty unstoppable. I'm assuming most of this is coming from him. I mean, geez, look at all the destruction that's around him.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I don't think it's your fault. Don't beat yourself up.
I wanted to burn the earth down, but the world. I wanted to watch the world burn, but.
And they beat you to it.
You get to watch it. I understand.
They don't see us, right?
Well, not from far away, but as you guys are standing there, everybody roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
Hey. Perception. Nah. Gross.
That's a 5.
I rolled a 2. I have a 5 as well.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
17 from
Thank
Herbert. Josh.
God.
What did you roll, Josh?
5.
Oh my God, we all have like
Jeez.
5s.
So Herbert, you notice as you're sitting there, and actually Herbert, I love it. Like this angry little dome Herbert, like kind of upset that he feels that this is kind of his fault. You notice that these buildings around you, that you see hordes of these blue skeletons start coming out of the doors and the windows. But then you also see some other humans coming around as well too. There's some other buildings that you guys are close by. You can stand your ground, try to help some of these people that are fighting these blue skeletons, or you guys can try to hide, or you can go over and try to fight this giant golden dragon off in the distance.
I don't think about the dragon.
Guys,
what are you guys doing?
There's more blue skeletons, and there's people fighting over here.
Let's help them out, shall we? Maybe we can get their autographs if we actually help them.
What do you think works best, though? The fire wasn't doing a thing. I can't.
Well, my tidal wave seemed to work, like bludgeoning it, like, just really giving it a good punch.
Well, I do have this thing, and as I say that, I pull out this little contraption and I start hitting it with my hammer, and it starts getting bigger and bigger. And I make this little cannon that appears in my hand.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, what does that do?
What are you going to do with that cannon?
Well, I call it my boomstick.
Oh, yeah.
And it's good for blowing things up.
Right. So
that is the one thing about my old persona that is true. I do love to blow.
So you guys, it sounds like you guys are going to go try to help these people, these other people. Okay.
I'd help the people.
You guys head over. Everybody roll me some initiative.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's so much better than last time.
20. So
17.
Caleb, you're 20. Josh, 17.
17.
And Eric, you rolled a 1.
Not good. No. I didn't roll a 1. I didn't roll a 1, but I got a 9.
A 9. Guys,
I got worse than you, Eric.
Well, guys, hey, Dead Aussie Gamer, he is rating at a party. Hey, welcome, Dead Aussie Gamer.
Yeah.
The Tales of Ravnica. The group is in there. This group, to tell you guys right now, they're excited about your raid, but they're not excited about these blue skeletons that are about to just overrun and destroy all of them. We're in the middle of initiative. There's a giant golden dragon.
You're speaking too soon.
Yeah, it is insane. It is insane. What did you end up getting, Diana? What was your number?
6.
A 6. Okay. Looks like Caleb, you are going to be going first. So as you guys are standing there, you see maybe about a dozen of these people, and some of them are just like casting spells. You see this one woman, she's standing there. She's got this staff and these long ears. She's wearing all this green, and she's got like these green tattoos on her face. You see just a bunch of, it looks like just a conglomeration of different people just trying to cast spells at all these people. What do you do, Caleb?
They're all at they're shooting at the skeletons or the dragon?
No, so where you guys are far away from you guys can see the dragon and what's happening with that group. You're still super far away from the dragon, but this is just another group. This group of people are basically coming towards you, and these skeletons are coming after them.
So I'm gonna size up. I'm gonna cast a fireball towards the back of the skeletons.
Towards the back of the
Fire doesn't work. Fire doesn't work.
Yeah, they make a dex save though.
Dex save, because it's a giant, massive, just death and crazy. That's gonna be a 16 on the die, so there's massive thing. Not how far they can go, so I'm gonna reduce their dex. So with their bonus, it's gonna be an 18.
That ties it. What does it work if you tie it?
If he ties it, that means they passed.
Pass. Okay.
They're like the group will take pretty much what you roll. They passed, and because you do know that fire doesn't do much to them, they're going to take even less damage than you actually roll.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to get a bunch of them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What are you rolling? 8 d20s of fire damage or something?
8 d20s. I wish. That's still pretty dang good, even. Whatever. So 11. 35 damage.
35. So is that half or is that the full damage right there?
That's half. That's the full damage. So
okay. Half of 35, which gives us what, 17, but then they also take half of that. So I'm not going to take a lot of damage from that. Like that fire, there's just this big group of them. I mean, they're not completely all together, but yeah, they're still, because they're resistant to fire, not going to take that much damage. So then it's going to be the skeletons and the other humans' turns. The skeletons are going to try to swarm on these people.
Oh,
let's see if they pass. They're going to pass some of their checks to try not to get swarmed up. You see actually a couple of these guys go down, like these blue skeletons just come up and they dismember him. A couple slashes from their swords. A few of these guys are able to. You see some of these spells that are hitting them. One group of skeletons, they just fall into this black hole.
Oh.
So it's just like they kind of disappear. Awesome. So it takes out a whole chunk of them, which is really cool.
Nice.
But you do notice that some of the humans as well too, or the people, the humanoids, I should say, their numbers are starting to slowly dwindle as well. It's going to take us over to Josh Bajiri.
All right. So I've got my cannon. I'm going to set it down on the floor. I'm going to take my turn, and then the cannon will take its turn.
Cool.
So I'm going to reach into my belt. I'm going to pull out my trusty hammer. I whisper a few words to it, and I'm just going to fling it at the head of one of these skeletons.
All right, flinging it. Okay.
All right, so it's a ranged attack with my light hammer. Well, that's gonna be an 18.
That'll hit. Roll some damage.
Nice, get it.
All right, so I'm gonna roll. So that's 9 damage.
9 damage. You actually hit it out.
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning damage. That hits one skeleton. He falls backwards. Just some of his friends just kind of start stomping on him because this is just like this big old swarm of blue coming your way. Do you have any other actions, or is that it?
Then it's my cannon's turn.
Then it's the cannon. Cannon goes
Hey.
My cannon, which, by the way, in case you were interested, is a force ballista.
Cool.
And so whenever I hit something with it, not only does it do damage, but it actually pushes it 5 feet away.
Awesome.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So to make the attack roll, that's gonna be 28.
Yeah, I mean that thing's going definitely right through some of these blue skeletons. How much
Yay.
damage you causing?
Yeah.
That's 3d8
Yeah.
3d8.
force damage. Okay, so that's 22.
22 is the damage.
Yep, and it is knocked 5 feet back. And I'm assuming if it's in a cluster, it's gonna hit a few other people.
Well, it's hitting some other ones now. The other thing that's happening, one thing that you do notice, even with that hammer went through the head of one and it hit the chest of another one and it fell. These other humanoids, they were causing some damage to these things. So I mean, these things are definitely weakened, even though they are a giant swarm. But you did take out a good handful of them.
By the way, that
ETW.
hammer of mine actually has one of my infusions. And as soon as it finishes its trajectory going through, I hold my hand up and it rushes back to my hand.
Ooh, wow.
Nice.
Artificer
Excellent.
for the win.
Cool. All right, that is going to take us over to Herbert.
Oh, no.
Angry
Burn
Gnome,
some
what you
things,
doing?
my friend.
No.
He wasn't ready.
So, fireball! I just fireball.
He's gonna fireball.
When all else fails, just fireball.
Fire. That's all I have.
So,
Aw.
Eric, because I know a fireball, my group gets a deck save. That was a natural 1.
Yeah!
On my end. So,
Fireball.
even though they have resistance, like this fireball is going to be bad.
Get it.
I love it. That sounds great to me. But I'm just not confident with the fireball with these things.
It doesn't matter. You're still doing something.
Okay.
Got it. Oh, listen to all of that.
Sounds like Jim Jam.
Oh, no.
Totaling up. He is totaling up all this stuff.
A lot of math.
40.
Woo! Oh my God!
40!
Wow!
Boom! Now, you do know that fire wasn't working, but this fight, like, Angry Herbert, like, this fireball, yeah, it definitely pushes some more through. So you take out a big chunk. Again, not as many as you were, not as many as you were hoping, but still a big old chunk full of these things. Which then takes us to the end of the round. That is going to be Drift Diana. Drifting Diana.
Ow. Okay.
Go for it. What you doing?
I'm gonna tidal wave, and I'm gonna use one of my sorcery points to re-roll
Using some
my
sorcery
dice.
points.
So I want to make sure I avoid the people.
Okay, all right. So I mean, it's essentially like they're all kind of running towards you guys, and I mean, if you can set it in a way you can go 30 feet and go straight back.
Yeah,
like you
as
did
long as
before.
I avoid the people and all of us, I want to make sure that it just.
You may actually,
you can pick a point.
hit a couple of those guys just because there's a couple in the midst of that swarm. But what you gonna do?
I guess we'll just do it. Bye bye, honey pie.
Go for it. So you said that you're going to empower it, right?
Yes.
Okay. all
And
right.
they get knocked prone. So it's how many d8s was it? 48? More than that.
I don't know what to say.
48. 48.
It should be a substantial number.
48.
48 bludgeoning. All right, roll it, and you're going to empower it. So empowering that
love it.
spell, meaning that you can re-roll
Not as many dice as
up to 5 dice if you want to.
Oh, we're definitely gonna re-roll. Well, this one's a leaner.
That's a leaner, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna re-roll. I'm keeping that one.
You have 4. What? Where's your other one? You're only rolling 3. So roll that one.
Guys!
Oh my goodness, Diana!
We'll do a different one. Okay, we'll keep that one.
Okay. So
I don't know what's going on, but
One
I'm so
sorcery point.
concerned.
And you got to use it. So that's going to be 12 plus 5, 17. So this giant tidal wave of bludgeoning damage comes through. It hits all of these skeletons, and they all just go prone. There's maybe 2 of them that are still up and around, which, Caleb, there's only a couple more. Back to your turn. You see like 2 skeletons standing up still.
Still 2 standing up?
2 to 3 of them still standing up.
Okay. I'm going to cast. I'm gonna cast my Dragon Breath again.
Dragon Breath, going for Dragon Breath.
It says it's a bonus action, but I'll just I'll choose I'll do lightning again.
Going for lightning. All right.
Lightning.
Go for it.
So dex save 18.
I'll even to a point. They did pass their dex. That was an 18 on the die for them. So won't take as much damage, but don't need to cause much more damage to them.
Roll. That's 13. So 13 total. So that's 6.
6. Yeah, that final lightning just and just enough to just completely crush this swarm of blue skeletons. You still have a lot of these humans around that come running up to you, and the woman in green, she goes, "Oh, my goodness, I do appreciate everything that you did. What are you all doing here? Who are all of you? My name is Nissa, by the way, and I need to know who you are. Are you here to help us?"
We're from.
That's a complicated question, lady.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
We were gonna ask you questions, but that's fine.
Well, we don't have time for questions. You're here. Are you going to help us with Nicol Bolas or not?
We've been helping you, didn't you see?
Did not notice? Yeah, I brought my cannon.
That's cute and adorable. You think that just because you killed a small swarm that this entire thing is done?
Wait, a small swarm?
Yes. Yes, this entire city has been overrun with these blue eternal skeletons.
Wait, what? What?
Whoa. Guys, can we have a huddle real quick, everybody?
Yeah, sorry. Time out. Time out.
Hey, turn around, huddle.
We'll be right back.
He's looking up.
I'll look down. Yeah, what's up, guys?
Yeah. All right. So, blue eternal skeletons. We just killed like 20 of them. And she says that was a small swarm.
Yeah.
I think I just peed my pants a little bit.
Oh.
I'm scared.
Okay. Maybe not. All right. Maybe we shouldn't do this.
So,
as you guys are huddling and talking, you start hearing shouts from the other humanoids. There's more coming! There's more coming! And that building that you guys crawled over top of, you just see 10, 20, 30 more coming over the top from these buildings where all those other skeletons were coming from. There's just more of them. And then you actually look over in the distance, and that giant dragon, you see kind of glance your way a little bit. He points his finger, and you see this blue beam start to crackle. And at that same exact time, you start hearing in your head, wow, 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 wow. And all of a sudden, the time machine, poof, right up the wall. What are you guys doing?
Go to time machine!
Time machine!
Time machine!
I dive in it like it's a moving car. Like, go!
What do you guys do? What are you guys doing?
We run to the time machine!
We run to the time machine, but there's a panel. What are you guys doing on the panel?
Where are we going? We're going back.
You said,
I put my hand on the.
Caleb, you said you were pressing buttons?
Are we going back, or where are we going?
Well, hold on. Wait, Caleb said pressing buttons. Did you?
No. I said, Herbert, push the buttons.
Oh, push the buttons. I was asking if you were all right. Where are you guys going?
I don't know how to use.
We need to go back.
Go back. We need to go back.
So the lever is back in time. The middle is different places in time, or you can go farther into the future. Where are you going?
Back.
All right. So you're gonna go back. How far back are you guys going?
Home.
Yeah, home.
I want to go home. So you pull this lever, and
as we're leaving, I'm gonna look at the humans and go, "I'm sorry, we really have to go. It was very nice meeting you. Hope everything works."
and
your future.
As soon as you guys go to disappear, that giant dragon just looks. It's flying right at you. The woman in green holds up her staff. This giant orb goes around her compatriots. They all disappear, and then so do you. And then you fly away, and all of a sudden you're right back in
You come right back and you see the grand mega. Oh, that was fantastic. Where did you all go? You were only gone for like a total of like 5 seconds.
Oh,
The
scary.
future of Ravnica is a bleak one.
Yeah.
Future of well, how far into the future did you go?
100 years. I don't know.
100 years, yeah.
Oh, so you went quite far. Interesting. Oh, so it shows that the future can be a very precarious place.
It's over. It's over.
I will have to take note. Oh, okay. Tell me what happened. What's one thing that you noticed? Because I want you all to do another demonstration. You need to test this time machine more as well too.
No,
Look, there was a giant gold dragon.
Yeah.
There was a weird purple lady.
Yeah.
There was a weird
Green lady.
green lady. There was a guy who literally got disintegrated, not from one of our inventions, but just from like floating orbs and crap.
And
there was blue skeletons. Blue skeletons everywhere.
Blue skeletons. There were so many blue skeletons. So many blue skeletons.
I've never.
It was disgusting.
Blue skeletons.
Everything was disgusting.
Oh, it was so bad.
Oh, that's very bleak. I think, you know what, to make all of this even better, everyone take a breath for a moment. And I want you all to try this time machine one more time. Don't go into the future. Don't do that. I want you to express back in time a parallel universes. At least try it. Make sure that it definitely works for me, please. I'm begging all of you. I just need more information. Now, this whole thing about Armageddon Ravnica sounds terrible. And while you're gone for this next phase, I'll see if I can do any scientific research into trans-parallel universe jumping.
Why can't you go? Why do we have to go?
Oh, Drift, you're so silly. I'm the Grand Magus. I am here doing the research and actually creating things that we'll need for future references.
Can we have like health potions in case we get hurt again?
Oh,
I got hurt. See my cut? It's a big cut.
Oh,
Right
it's a
here.
big cut.
I
You know what?
didn't
You know,
like it.
actually, and you start hearing the time machine start
gotta go.
Going again, be like, oh no, don't worry, I'm sure you'll be totally fine. You survived the apocalypse, you'll be fine. Go play again. Go play again.
Touch it.
What do you guys do?
Touch it.
You guys are touching it. Which are you going left panel, middle panel, right panel? You going not as far in the future? You going back in time farther? You got to go parallel universe. What you guys
Parallel
saying?
universe.
Parallel universe.
Okay,
Parallel.
so in the middle section, you see those 3 buttons. The one that is glowing ruby red, one that is glowing a bright sapphire blue, and then one that has this very deep dark onyx.
Ooh, I like black.
So Drift is talking about the onyx color.
I don't care. You guys can pick if you want. Which one, guys? Hurry up.
Say the onyx color.
Yeah, you like the onyx one. That's fine with me.
Okay, onyx.
Pressing the onyx button. As you press this onyx button, that and right into that black hole, and spit you out onto the other side. And you guys, and as you guys are traveling, this first time when you guys went into the future, it felt like your body was being projected, just flying forward. This time it feels almost like your entire body has been ripped apart.
Oh.
And like as you're traveling through this interdimension portals and everything, you feel like your entire essence is just everywhere around you. You see towns, you see planets, you see suns fly by, you just see constellations, and then all of a sudden you feel yourself back together, and you're standing in what looks like a small cavern with a few lit torches. And as you guys go through that, the time machine it shrinks down and collapses on the ground.
Do we know how long it collapses?
So for the unit for this one, when you guys go parallel universe jumping, anytime you jump, it's worth 5 credits. So since you guys are stuck here for about 5 hours, but you guys were technically supposed to be stuck on the other planet for 14 hours.
Yeah, I think our dungeon master was a little lenient there. On little lenient for.
Okay. Well, so we can. There's lit torches. Correct?
There are lit torches on the wall. You can see in this cavern.
So what can we make? Can we all make perception checks?
Yeah, make perception checks. See what you guys notice.
Shh, be quiet, guys.
That's That's a nat 20 for me.
Oh,
That's
you
a
see
nat 20 on some
everything.
perception from Joshua.
I see
I guess
15
I'll
worth of
roll.
things.
Not good.
15. A turtle?
Not a turtle.
I rolled a 1. 13.
Rolled a 1. Yeah, Herbert's just sitting there still like, end of the world, I didn't mean to do it. Ah!
I'm in pain still from being torn apart.
Somehow being torn apart made my eyes better. I don't know.
So as you're standing there, in this room, you see a few fire sconces that are lit. It looks like there's some tables and chairs, and then there's a doorway that's open, and you looking out the doorway, it leads down a hallway that is also lit as well too. But there doesn't seem to be really anything else of use in this room.
Tables and chairs?
Yeah, some tables and chairs.
Is there anything on the tables or chairs?
Plates, you see a couple baskets. It looks like one basket is filled with rotten fruit. Another one, something else on the table. You see a couple weapons. They look like they're rusted. And also on the table, you see some bones as well too.
So it looks like this place hasn't been touched in, like, is there dust? Is there cobwebs?
I mean, there's dust and cobwebs, but I mean, from what it looks like, there's torches that are lit. Obviously,
Oh, that's
somebody
true.
lives
Obviously,
here
someone-
or has been here.
So, what did I get from the nat 20? What is it that I was able to perceive?
You were able to actually catch the door. Notice that it was open. You can more see that it is covered in dust and cobwebs, but you can tell that there are footprints in like some of the dirt and everything leading to some of the tables and chairs. In the other corner, you actually see a bed, and by closer examination, by looking at it, Bajiri, you can tell that this bed has been slept in. But you are able to see down the hallway, and as far as you can see, it's kind of a long hallway, but it's well lit.
Well, guys, looks like that's the way we're headed, down that hallway.
What if they're not friendly? What if they want to eat us? I mean, I'm
like our last trip. Oh boy.
Fabian's like freaking out.
Get slow this time. That's what it is.
Okay, slow and quiet.
Listen, calm down, pretty boy.
Let's
It was
stealth.
so gross there.
So, Drift, you're wanting to stealth?
Yeah,
Let me
I'll
s-
cast message so we can all talk to each other.
All right.
Oh, it's only for one round. That's lame.
So message in this is slightly different.
Okay, fine. I'll just stealth.
Drift is angry with her non-powers.
Well, because they're different powers than Pathfinder.
So you guys are heading down the hallway, I take it?
Quite.
Who's in-
Slowly.
Slowly. So you guys want to try it stealthily. Everybody make me a stealth check, please.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I'm behind everybody.
19.
That's
Trying to hide.
18,
That's
No,
an
sorry.
11.
11, 18,
14.
14.
That.
Noam Chomsky, what you get?
8.
An 8. So wandering, Gnome is slightly behind you guys, and it's more just kind of like every time he steps, you happen to just find, like, there's pieces of wood, you happen to just crunch on it. Every like 10, 15 steps, there just happens to be something you just happen to be stepping on and crunching.
Can you watch where you're stepping just a little bit?
Who's in the lead of this group right now? Who is leading everybody?
Not me.
Oh.
I was the one who saw it, so I guess it's me.
Okay, so Bajiri, followed by, I take it, Noam
Probably a little
Chomsky,
bit behind.
Drift.
I'm in the back.
I'll be
Oh, that's
second
right.
to back.
Herbert's in the back.
I'll be second
Okay.
to back.
Wherever back is.
You guys, so you're walking down this hallway. This hallway is fairly long. It doesn't look like there's a lot of offshoots to it, but it has some dips and turns. It kind of leads you down a little bit. You go up, you travel upward slightly, and then you come to a giant iron door.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least there's no blue skeletons.
How giant is this door there, Adam?
About 15 feet tall, about 12 feet wide. And it has the insignia that is on the front of it. It looks like a tree, like a drawing of a tree with horns on it.
Can we
That's
detect-
new.
Is there a thing to
And I
detect
make a
magic
history
on the
check.
door? Or
Do you
not?
have detect magic?
Oh, never mind. It's a spell. Yeah, that's right.
I think Caleb wanted to make a history check.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Actually, let's.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Modified 19.
We'll go with history. In your history books, anything that you've read, you're very intelligent, especially when it comes to history. You got no idea. You do not know what this door is. It does not seem anything.
What about an Arcana check on the door?
You can try Arcana on it if you so desire.
I do so desire.
I desire as well.
18.
18 from you.
That's a 19.
18 and a 19. So you guys are trying to feel more of the magic composition on this door, and you definitely feel some magic behind this door, but not a lot. It's definitely like a magical aura of some sort.
I feel magic, don't you, Bajiri?
Definitely.
Yeah.
This is bad, guys. This is bad. Whatever's in here is big. Whatever's in here is really big, and it looks, by the looks of it, it's some sort of angry tree demon. I don't like it.
I just pat Herbert and I go, "You do realize that everything is bigger than you, kid?"
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
That was a tad sizest. You don't need to do that.
Thank you.
Do we still have our thingamabobs? Do I have my whiz banger?
Your whiz banger? Yeah, you've got your whiz banger with you. I mean,
do.
Yeah.
That's okay, Drift. That's okay.
No. I'm here to help you out. If you disintegrate me, then it's just 3 of you. Good job, dummy.
We kind of need her. Man.
I tried.
I know you did. We'll blow something up, I'm sure.
Hey, Herbert, it's a great joke. Keep it up. Great joke.
What you guys doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what I can do.
Open door spell?
I don't have that.
Knock.
Don't have that.
Kick door open.
I'm gonna try to, since I'm already touching the door with my Arcana check, I'm gonna try to push it open.
All right. It pushes open, and as you push open, everybody roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Not good.
10.
Oh shit.
10.
9.
28.
28.
There we go.
6.
This is the beauty of those, like, a little bit above mid-level, where you're like 13, 14, where it's like your rolls can be either like 4 or like 30.
Yeah, right? As you push open this door, Herbert, you kind of move your way to the front of the pack a little bit, and you peek inside, and up on this platform, maybe about 50 feet into the room, you see kind of like this cloaked figure with its back turned towards you, and it's actually standing right next to almost like another globe. It's very, very similar looking to your guys' time machine, but it's just one giant globe, and it's got its hands here on the side of this giant glowing globe.
You said someone has their hands on the globe?
Yeah, whoever this figure is has their hands on the side of this globe.
Oh.
Guys, do you see this? Psst. There's a globe like from the time machine.
Same kind of globe.
Yeah, like
this is bad.
We can't see him though yet, or whoever that thing is.
What's up?
We can't tell whom is touching the.
No, I mean, it's cloaked. You just see the hands sitting right here.
I'd like to sense evil.
Is that a spell? Is that just Diana wanting to know if it's evil?
Is
that metagame where Diana coming out?
It's just I wanted to throw you off.
I ready my pyro converter. I pull it out.
Cool.
Stand there with my giant flamethrower.
Oh, great.
What do we do, guys? What do we do here?
When you do that, you hear a voice start speaking. Oh, yes. I was hoping that people would finally come and play.
Oh.
It's almost been like it's been too long of a time. Yes, I've been trapped. Yes, trapped here. trapped here. Whatever are we going to do? Yes, what shall we do? And this figure turns around, and Herbert and Drift,
Oh,
to you,
yeah.
this creature takes on the form of a humanoid. His face is incredibly red. He has sharp pointed teeth. You
Ew.
see this red tail kind of come out from below his blue cloak that he's wearing. He's got these giant horns coming out of his head, and he has one yellow eye and one white eye. And he just smiles at you and goes, "Oh, this is going to be perfect. I'm so excited to play." To Fabian and to Bajiri, this creature to you, as it turns around, you see this humanoid that looks almost like a dragon, but the coloring of his coat is blue and orange. And in his hands, he has a giant shield and a giant blade that is jumping back and forth from being on fire and turning into ice. And I need all of you to roll for initiative.
Oh.
We gonna die now.
20! I got 20 on the die.
Oh, I rolled good too. Yeah. Modify.
So
That's
10 for
For me,
Josh.
23.
23 for
I think
Diana.
My
Okay.
initiative's been crap.
Herbert,
Modify 20.
30, 20, okay.
Herbert may or may not have just soiled himself, and
Oh, no.
No, Herbert, no.
that's a 6.
That's a 6.
Oh, Herbert.
Wow.
I
So leaving
cragged-
this off. Oh, you cragged it?
Cragged it.
Uh-oh. It's a good thing we don't have the wild magic from the other night, from Friday. You would have loved that, Craig.
Yeah,
I heard
missed
about
it.
it.
You heard
I
about
heard
it? Okay,
about
good.
it.
was a good night.
So, let's see. Actually, Eric, what is your dex modifier? Well, what is your initiative bonus?
4.
4. Ooh, that's good for me because this thing's gonna go right before you. It was ready. It was excited, but it's like, meh, I'm gonna roll like crap. So, Drift, it is up to you.
Come on, Drift.
What you gonna do?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. LETSGO.
Okay, let's do the big
Go.
bad one. The best one I have here, prismatic spray.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's hitting this thing with prismatic spray.
It says I have to roll a d8 to determine.
Yes.
All right, and what do I get? I get a dex save, right?
I believe it was yes. Sorry, guys. Give me one second.
Prismatic spray.
You get a dex save. Yes.
Yeah. Well, do you shoot? You shoot 8 of them from your hand, right?
Yes.
Each ray is a different color, has a different power and purpose. Each creature in a 60-foot cone must make a dex save for each target.
But yes.
Roll a d8, see which one hits me. Okay. Dex save. That's gonna be a 19 on the die, so 24.
Wait, what's my thingy? 24 is a spell DC?
Yeah, I beat your spell DC.
No!
I'm still gonna take some damage from it though. Roll your d8. See what you're gonna do to me. You can still cause damage.
Okay, let's see what d8 I get.
A 4.
4. You get green. The target takes 10d6 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful save.
10d6.
Wow, that's the most. Yeah,
10d6
that's
worth
the
of
most.
damage.
Okay, let's do these my Alex ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Massive damage, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
my god! Oh my
What,
god!
level 7 spell.
Oh wait, that one's a leaner. Aw, poo. So math,
Yeah,
please.
okay, I'll help you. There.
Nothing inspires
Yeah.
confidence like hearing "aw poo" from your cannon.
Poo.
Aw poo.
Actually, that's not
Like,
bad.
yes,
that is,
we won.
That's 38 points, but
Yeah.
half of that is, was that 18?
Poison damage.
18 points
19.
of poison. 19, thank you. 19 points
Poison.
of poison damage.
Poison. I mean, that was a 7th level spell.
Okay, so you shoot all these rays go flying out of your hand, and the green one happens to hit again to you, this this creature with horns, and he's smiling at you and takes some poison damage, and he just kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, that tickles." That's gonna take us to Caleb.
How far away is he from me?
About 50 feet.
50
You guys
feet.
are about 50 feet from it. The room the room itself is about 100 feet wide. It's in the middle of the room, which is about 50 feet from it.
Sorry, how tall is the ceiling?
Huh?
How tall is the ceiling?
Ceilings in this room are about 30 feet, 30 to 40 feet high.
Okay.
It's a pretty big cabin.
I'm gonna cast a burning ring of fire. I'm gonna cast a wall of fire, but in a circle.
Circle around this
20-foot radius around him. He makes a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw. That's going to be a 21.
Yeah, he saves for
sure.
It's still 5d8s.
58.
Yeah.
5d8.
Roll those. 5d8.
He's in it. Ooh, I don't know if I have 5d8.
Well, roll
You
1d8 5 times.
You can roll 1d8 5 times.
What if I roll
5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times, 5 times.
I mean, the sound of all of them in your hand is quite delightful.
I'm not gonna lie, with these goggles on, it's hard to read the numbers on my dice. That's a 7, 8, 9, and then 2 more. Oh, double 8s on the second one. So 25 damage.
25 damage, and it is in a burning ring of fire currently, which then also means start of my turn I will take more fire damage, correct? Or is that if I move through it?
If both. One side of the wall you select when you cast this spell deals 5d8 damage.
Cool.
Same when the creature enters it, and same when he leaves it.
Yeah, when it enters and leaves it. It's not like Moonbeam. If they're inside of it, it doesn't constantly burn them.
Oh, Moonbeam. I absolutely love the Moonbeam. You hear that like in your head for some odd reason.
That's like my
ring of
favorite
fire,
spell.
dealing some damage to this thing. It's standing there, and it's just kind of looking at all of you, and that's going to take us over to Josh Bajiri.
He's already got the wall of fire around it. I'm gonna put more fire on top of it. I'm just gonna launch a fireball.
Fire.
Right.
Fire.
Yeah, fire.
I don't have any fire.
So I'm just gonna launch a fireball at it. By the way, I guess that's an interesting question. Because if I cast the spell, my cannon goes away.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I still have my cannon. That's interesting. Because if I cast a spell, my cannon goes away. But if I hit it with the melee, I'm not going to do very much damage to it.
What do you do? 6 seconds.
You know what? I'm going to trust the fireball. I'm going to launch a fireball at it.
Fireball in it. Okay.
All right, so it's got to make a dex saving throw.
Going for a dex saving throw on this one. Yeah, dex is. They've been rolling hot with these dex saves. That's a 22.
Well, that's just silly.
I got some great DM dice. Not as cheaty as Ben Birch's dice, but still pretty good.
Well, then he'll take half of 8d6.
Half of 86? Holy crap!
4, 5. All right. Listen to it. Very satisfying.
Yeah, it is satisfying.
I had 2 that dropped off. Good lord. Okay, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 17, 21, 29.
Yeah.
So half of 29, so 15.
15. Blowing out some crazy fire stuff. So this thing, you can kind of see the figure through the flames. It's actually going to step directly forward through the flames. So do some more damage to me, Caleb, with that wall of fire.
Oh, 5.
Yep.
What was 5d5 8?
5d5 8?
9.
5d5 8?
Dice.
That's
5d8.
so much. 5d5 8.
I found more. I have 5 d8 too. Cool. Don't worry. Not great. 9, 10, 15.
15 more points of fire damage. So as this creature steps forward, now to all four of you, it looks like this humanoid wearing these blue robes, a really cool blue wizard hat with these giant horns and teeth.
We all know who it is. Come on.
Yeah, it's Adam. It's DMing Adam.
Put your hat back on, Adam Con.
So it just looks forward at you.
Meanie.
And it says, "Oh, you all like to play with fire, do you?"
Not me.
So do I.
Oh.
He
Yeah, I
puts
kinda
his
figured.
hands out. And I want all of you to roll a perception check.
Oh.
My God, why?
I think
That's a 19. Adam.
19. Okay.
11.
You really showed him, Josh.
30. Okay.
31. 31.
Cool.
11.
11. Caleb, what you got?
15.
15. This was a very easy thing to pass. You guys look up and you see like this portal open above your head, but it looks like it's up into the night sky. And looking through this portal, you see multiple fireballs as a meteor storm
A meteor storm.
comes flying down your head.
Ah!
What? No! How many is that? You're gonna kill us all! Well, there goes the show. Bye-bye. Holy! Oh
So a meteor storm, for some of you
My
guys,
lord.
is a 9th level spell. 20
Sick.
d6 bludgeoning and 20 d6 fire damage.
No wonder when you text me earlier, you're like, "Oh, I have plenty of d6s if you need them."
Did you say 20 of each?
20 of
40 total?
each.
Bye, guys. We're at the end of the show. You know, good playing with y'all.
Well, I did tell you
So-
guys there could be a chance, depending on what choices you make,
I know.
you could die. You guys just happen to go with the choice where you might have all died. Okay. Here we
But
go.
So I have a question though.
No, I've got a ward of protection. I'm cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do instant shield.
Now here's a question though, and this is real because I talked to you about this before we played.
Uh-huh.
Every morning I perform fiendish resilience on myself,
Mhm.
and I choose one type of resistance, and so you say what I
Resistance to
told you.
fire. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You told
I
me.
love
resistance
that
to fire.
feature.
So
great.
the first set of D20 was for the bludgeoning damage. That's going to be 70 points of bludgeoning damage
Wait, why do you get to roll 40 now? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
because the
70
creature takes 20 d6 damage and fire damage and 20 d6 bludgeoning damage.
Sorry,
on a failed one.
how many?
So,
how much was the
excuse me,
first
that was
one?
70 damage?
70 damage. I'm gonna need. Well, really quick, all of you, give me a dex save.
That's okay. I'd probably die in this one. I'm probably gonna die. So.
That's a 2. Well, hold on. With my save,
I have
that's a
15.
5.
I have 15.
It's a gentleman's 5.
15 as well.
With my save, I got a 4.
A 4. Yeah, y'all failed, so y'all gonna take max damage.
It's all right. I
from all of
die.
these.
I die.
That's going to be on top of that an additional. An additional with fire damage is going to be 52
Oh, I'm
fire
dead.
damage.
Like,
Oh, I'm super dead.
dead.
Yeah.
Chris dead.
I'm super
dead.
Wait. How much do I not take because of my resilience?
Because you have resistance, that's going to be half of
Lives.
52, which is what, 21?
21.
Fire damage plus 70 bludgeoning damage.
41 plus 70?
70 bludgeoning damage, and he was taking 21 fire damage because he is resistant to it. So is Herbert still up?
Herbert
So
is still.
Damn, Herbert. I'm at like negative
I'm still up,
34.
I'm still
Dude,
up.
I'm at. You never believe this. I'm at
Yeah,
Michael
I
Jordan.
stopped
I'm at
counting.
Michael Jordan hit points.
Are you really?
I'm at Michael Jordan hit points. Michael Jordan hit points.
So
Well, I hope it's
so-
worth it because all your friends are dead.
So
No,
this
I'm
this
a-
portal, these
Barely.
meteors come raining down and obliterate your friend. And Herbert, you are standing there. It's technically your turn, and this creature's standing looking right at you, and he goes, "So, what do you do, little one?"
Well, let me tell you, I don't have a soul because I already sold my soul to another devil. Not quite as amazing and powerful as yourself, but I love fire. That was I wish I had a second soul. This is incredible.
Oh, you know what is really fun? Step forward if you really want to know fun, and if you really want to burn things. What did you say your name was, little friend?
My name's Herbert.
Herbert, step forward for me, and all I need you to do is just reach out and grab my hand.
Oh my goodness.
He waddles forward.
That was amazing.
Grabs my hand, and actually you feel, just for a second, you feel kind of like this blossom in your chest, like your soul has been restored. And then he just takes your hand and squeezes it, and he goes, "Your soul, Herbert, is now mine." Yes.
Wait. But what about the whiz banger, Adam?
Oh, the whiz banger. Well, you have your so that's what you're doing with it? Okay.
He told me to give him his hand.
Oh my God, Eric wins the game.
That's the great thing. You have to roll for disintegration since you have that whiz banger on.
Wow. I don't even know how my whiz banger works.
So, oh my goodness.
I think it's something like 400 d6 damage.
So it is 10 d6 plus 40 force damage.
40
10
force damage.
d6 plus 40.
You go ahead and roll 10 sixes.
Oh my
Is there a save against that or no?
A save. Do I have a save? Oh, I get a dex save on
Yeah, they do.
Man, but this was made with the
Oh! I rolled a natural 1, Eric.
Oh, okay.
Eric's gonna win.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Oh, still a full one.
Oh my God, Eric wins.
10 d6 plus
Dungeons and
40,
Dragons.
and we're gonna double that.
Oh, there's big numbers here.
Do it.
I already see 2 6s, 3 5s. Hold on. 12.
Avenge us! Because I'm so dead.
Me too. I'm negative 34.
I gave up.
I technically have 4 left.
Okay, you said 40 plus, or no, wait, what do I
10 d6
add?
plus 40.
40, so 80.
So total 80. Now, is that adding everything together?
That's adding everything together. That's
because I nat 1, that's going to be double damage. So that's 160 points of damage.
God.
So you reach out, you grab this hand, and he goes, "Yes,
Holy
make
crap.
sure." And then he looks at you, and he goes, "What? No, what did you do?" And his arm starts to disintegrate. No, this can't be happening. No.
Burn, fire, die. Yeah.
And this creature that was in front of you completely disintegrates and left with a giant dust pile on the floor.
Wow, what a great invention, man.
He really did deserve to win, didn't he?
Yeah, I guess so.
So
He won the costume contest.
Herbert, you're sitting there. Your friends are on fire.
No, we're dead.
Can
I'm super dead.
Is there anything I could do
4 HP.
to help, like put them out or help them or?
Oh, you said you're still up, Caleb?
I have 4 HP.
Oh.
But I'm struggling. I have my ward. It was 36 points.
Ooh,
36
okay.
temporary points.
All right, so it looks like Fabian and Herbert, only 2 sitting around.
Hey, Fabian.
My gosh. Yeah.
What do we do with them? Do we?
Wait. I'm gonna kick one of them, but not touch it with my hands or anything.
No, they're.
I don't know. Do you have any? I don't really have anything healing wise. Kind of selfish like that.
Diana and Josh, really quick. I'm going to need both of you to give me 2 death saves really quick.
There's no point. I'm like -34.
I think she was burnt to a crisp.
That's a 1.
Diana's dead. Nope, Diana's totally dead.
No,
dead. No, you're not one. You're dead.
It's okay. Herbert would never save me
but-
anyway. He doesn't like me.
Yeah, dude, I was like -25. I don't think they're coming back.
So,
Okay, all right, cool. So Herbert and Fabian, as you're both sitting there, you hear and the time machine pops up right in front of you.
Hi, guys.
What do you do?
We can leave the bodies, Herbert. It's fine. We'll talk to him.
now, can we somehow get them to bring them back with us?
You want to try? You want to grab? Yeah, you can grab their bodies.
We
and take
pat
their
them.
bodies back if you
So
want to.
try to pat them out. Try to put the fire out and kick dirt on them and stop the fire. And
Hey, Fabian, let's get them the bodies on the time machine and let's bring them back with us.
I guess that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So he helps me.
Being a gnome, that means I have to put the bodies up.
Yeah.
So you go over, grab your compatriots. They definitely seem dead.
Well, hold on. I guess I would go into.
Yeah, you would still get. Give me a death save. Diana crit.
Yeah,
failed.
I'm like dead.
So she's super dead.
Not necessarily. You get 3 of them. So technically, you did 2. What'd you roll, Josh?
I'd rather not say.
Did you roll that one as well?
We both die together.
So
it's the only one I've rolled all night.
Fabian and Herbert, you gather up your friends. They look dead in your arms. You hear just briefly on coming through the time machine. You hear, oh, so I see you all decided to go through different universes. If you want to come back to this one, just press the black button again.
Black button.
And you guys
put
press
the
the
hand
black
up
button.
on the
And as the camera sits here and sees you holding your friends, you reach up, you press the black button, your body is just kind of apart. You find yourself transported back to the Izzet Tower. Finding out if those friends are actually dead or not, and seeing how well you do with the time machine, we're gonna have to find another time to tell the rest of this story, because that is all for our show this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I was kind of close. I was kind of close. Jared's on here saying, "You shall not rob me of my TPK." I came close. I told you guys it was going to be a massive amount of damage tonight. That was amazing.
I mean,
you can't beat
if
the
I didn't have
wisdom.
that ward, if I didn't have that protective ward, I would have died.
Twice. Yeah.
Dude, I thought I was pretty slick with like being an artificer with 19 AC and 99 hit points.
Hey, yeah, that was I mean, that meter storm. Like I said, I told you guys, like, decisions that you made. That was like the one death decision.
So what
that had a
decision
chance.
did we make that was wrong?
We went up against Muldarin.
And guess what? This is multi-universe time travel. Maybe Muldarin is dead in the universe.
Oh!
So guess what? Guess what? Other team, Eric killed him essentially in one universe. Good on you, sir. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in for Tales of Ravnica tonight. Caleb and Josh, awesome job. We'll see you guys back again next week. Diana, I think you'll be back next week as well too. And Eric, Mr. Herbert the Gnome, thank you so much for hopping in.
You win the night, Herbert. You
Guys,
win the night.
massive, giant spells and crazy madness that happened this evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is Tales of Ravnica. We will be back next Tuesday. If you're new to the channel or you want some more from that channel as well too, we've got more shows coming, but let's read a couple comments before we do head out. If anybody wants to say goodbye, hello, what's happening? Daniel Lands gives us an applause.
Oh, thank you.
Brian Smummers had a comment a while back. Said, "You'll be
Okay.
fine. We're going to send you to spring 2020. What could be wrong?"
Crossbear 18 says the GM battle for TPK is getting serious.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
right. Jamie was pretty close last night. I think I got really close this evening.
So, Adam, I just got to say thank you for letting me use my whiz banger because, and also for being fair and just and letting me have that fiendish resilience as well. Because I would have been dead. I would have been on death's door.
We talked about it yesterday. That was a decision that we had made, and that's totally cool.
Yes.
Of course. Brian Summer also, I think, telling me, eat it.
Dead Aussie Gamer, I think he logged off, but you should probably message him. It's really sweet. He said, love Adam's energy as a GM. Would love to make my way onto your table one day, my dude. It was very sweet of him. I saw that
that's
earlier.
a nice one. That's
It was a
really
nice
good.
compliment. Yeah, I saw
Adam,
that earlier.
I gotta say, Adam is a phenomenal GM. He really is.
Thank you, guys.
He's GM'd a lot of games with me over the last 2 years, and he's always so phenomenal. I want to give him a little round of applause.
Thank you. I tip my illusionary hat off to you guys.
Even though you like pulverized us and demolished
Totally
us.
did.
Lucas Martinez says that
Sorry.
Lucas Martinez
Sorry,
says I
go
broke
ahead.
Craig's record. I broke Craig's damage record.
Yeah.
you
Yeah. Was that 160? That was insane.
Yeah, that was
160
amazing.
damage. But I'll have to say that Herbert is a level 13 warlock. So
That's fun. And Lucas Martinez finished it out, says another Diana PC death. Very true. I essentially killed Diana. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in for Tales of Ravnica. If you want some more from the stream, tomorrow night we got GM Jared Hoy coming in with some Bedlam in Discord, followed by Ben Birch is going to be running us through some Rise of the Runt Lords. Diana and I will be back with that on Thursday night. Friday night, Evil Jim Jam back in the seat, going through his Heroic Endeavors Incorporated. See some familiar faces. Might see a couple other new, I don't know, PF2 characters jumping in. I don't know who's joining us. And then on Saturday, Ben Birch is taking the chair again, where he's going to take us through our second episode of Starfinder, which was awesome.
Nice.
And if you missed it last night, you'll be able to see her again. Lady Jamie jumping into the GM chair as well, too, with some crits and giggles, almost killing some of her party last night. She's going to see if she can do it again next Monday. Again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in to Tales of Ravnica, and we will see all of you next week with a new story.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys so much. Adam, ready? Let's do this. Awesome.